Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect.
I did it right. We are live. It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. I have no idea what number it is. We have had a catastrophic failure in the studio. Of our main computer has gone out, but that's okay. We have rerouted. Look, there's the graphics and everything. We have rerouted the entire studio so we can do the show and bring it to you without the weird glitches that happened during the Awesome Cast. We are live on all the places. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the social media and the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yes, I'm back in the studio, and yes, it's only for 1 week, and yes, I'm taking the week off next week because I'm going to Dollywood. It's just going to be looking for Dolly Parton in the Smoky Mountains. Yeah, the Smoky Mountains, right. They're the smokiest of mountains, and we're going to have fun there, so follow my social media for that kind of fun stuff. But we got a heck of a one. This is the only one I think I have guests this month. So we're going big, and we've packed them all on the couch. All of them are on the couch. We have, first of all, there's a familiar face over here. Zeke Mercer is back with us. Second day in the studio. Why is your microphone pointed at your nipple? What's happening over there?
This one doesn't like me.
Oh, no. It was fine like a minute ago.
Doesn't like me.
Okay, well, you're just going to hold it then.
Gonna hold it like
you're just going to have to hold it. And then
I'll
you got an arm to help you, and you're fine. Zeke Mercer, you're back with us.
I'm back for day two.
We just did a recording. Maybe people saw pictures. You were just on Fishing Without Bait. People are going to hear that in June. Had a great conversation.
Oh, nice. Oh, right. It's gonna be perfect in June.
Jim was telling me how much I liked you today in text.
Oh, he loves me. See, some people appreciate me.
See, there you go. Good. More than people. More than people appreciate you in New Kensington, and we'll talk about that as well. Well, we have also with you right next to you. That is the Princess of 880, Amanda.
Hi, I'm here.
And also debuting on the show, Paris Sahara is with us as well. Long time wanted to get on the show. Finally getting you. Finally worked out. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me here.
Excellent. I don't know if we have a microphone issue. You're a little light over there. Say hi.
Hello.
There you go. Get close to that guy.
You gotta speak up.
Yeah, let me give you a little more here. So there you go. Together they are the Matriarchy. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what's going on at 880, what you guys are doing together, and everything, and how much trouble Zeke's getting you all into. So yes,
Per usual.
per usual.
Or maybe it might be my fault.
Even more so, I think, than maybe last time we've had you guys had you on, Zeke. So it's been getting pretty wild over there in New Kensington. But this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. We like to talk professionalized wrestling. We got a live chat room here whenever it's not travel season and I'm all over the damn place. We're here live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Again, we will not be live next week. I'm going to attempt to get something up. I got something else in my pocket I wanted to give you guys. I know we did last time we had a week off. We gave you guys the old Walkin' Wild right before he was signed with WWE interview. I might have another one in my pocket I might put out there for a nice throwback for you guys next week. But anyway, speaking of friends of the show, and let's talk about a little bit what's happening in the mainstream televised professional wrestling. A friend of the show, Zeke, I think a friend and co-trainer, co-trainee. I believe it's a mentor. However you want to say. Lee Moriarty had a pretty big week this week.
Lee is killing it. I love what Lee's doing. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on in Collision, but they're pushing STP, and Lee's just getting all type of TV time. So I'm just enjoying it. I don't catch it all the time live. But because the internet and Twitter exist, and I can just watch the matches.
I
literally
just watch it on Twitter.
Someone will literally be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put here's the whole match."
Yeah,
someone did that for Dynasty.
Yeah,
here you go, all of Dynasty.
Well, even I watched it I watched it this morning just because of schedules and stuff. So we're talking. It's hard to watch wrestling on Saturdays when you work in wrestling and events and everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of the worst thing.
Or just adult and not have your house.
Yeah, exactly, right? But yeah, so Lee had Will Ospreay this week, had a tremendous match. I guess, was that no, it was not the main, it wasn't even the main event.
No.
dude.
Because that was Edge and Kyle O'Reilly.
Yes.
Which was also
Which
fantastic.
was also good.
Yes. I asked, like, hey, should I catch up on Collision? Everybody's like, very, very solid Saturday. And I was happy that I caught up with that.
For sure.
Yeah. So you can YouTube Raw.
Yeah.
All the important stuff's on there.
I still can't wait for people to realize that you can actually rewatch Raw like at 2 a.m. on the USA Network.
Oh, really?
Yeah, beginning to end. Yeah, and the best thing about that, limited like commercials at around that time.
Oh, they
'cause
shorten
it's
it.
Yeah, because it's 2 a.m. Like who's actually around watching this stuff? So like, that's like the summer. I was like, what, 13? I found that out. Like I was just like, oh yeah, if I could just, if I'm too busy on the Monday.
You could just watch it.
Just wait at 2 in the morning on Sunday. It's the summer. I got nothing to do.
Of course, Shane Taylor is going to get his shot. Apparently, tomorrow's taping of Rampage and Collision. I didn't know that they're taping. Wait, are they doing all 3 shows tomorrow?
Yeah, they do all 3
Oh
shows
my
the same night,
God.
dude. They've been doing that for a while. I thought
No.
you knew. Dude, yeah, bro.
I thought
Like,
they
no,
weren't.
dude, you clock in when you get to
No,
it.
I thought they weren't because we went to a Collision on a Saturday and then they just did Ring of Honor after.
Oh, sometimes that.
A lot of times they do. A lot of times they do. But they have definitely
Like
been
you're
They
going
did
when you
that-
go
all
to
over
an
the place.
AEW show, you're going
They
to
did that
tapings
on the
for sure.
it was the Thanksgiving Eve.
Maybe.
Yeah, they did that. So Rampage
They
is
packed everything.
typically Rampage. Oh wait, did they
They
Collision on that
packed-
too? Oh no.
because I was supposed to go to a show in West Virginia, and then I ended up not going to that show because they ended up calling talent from that show to go to AEW, and I was like, "Thank you guys so much."
So to clarify, okay, Dynamite is actually is happening live Wednesday, and they are going to have Collision and Rampage Thursday in
Oh.
Portland.
Okay.
So that's what they're doing this week,
Okay.
according to this. And then they're doing everything seems to be live going into Double or Nothing. Makes sense. They'll have the arena the day before, right?
Right.
So I'm wondering, is that all? They're doing Bakersfield and then 2 days, 2 day stand in Las Vegas. So and then they go to
Fun.
Los Angeles. Man, really loving that West
That's-
Coast right
They're
now.
going everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's great. It's great.
I give it to them. I can't do that.
It's their schedules, and it's still not as nuts as what WWE does. They
No.
do, everybody does 4 days a week and everything like that.
Everyone's
Zeke looks like he's about you're about to fall asleep over there.
Dude,
You're way
it's
too
been a long
comfy.
day.
You're just like,
It's been a long day.
and 2 nights in the studio.
No. Like, I mean, 2 nights in the studio I can do every time. I
Yes.
love coming here. But it's just been a long
All right,
day.
we'll have to liven you up then.
Yeah, it's just like, and plus this couch, like this
The
spot.
couch is comfortable.
This spot has known me since I was like 18 years old.
Well,
so it's
you
just
saw
like-
you saw my host last night like
We're
just
like-
start sinking into
yeah.
that side of the couch.
I'm
It's
just
like
gonna sink in because this couch knows me personally. So, like, it's
that's your
just-
personal imprint. That's your
I'm
personal
kinda am
butt
in the
print
same-
over there.
I'm probably in the same spot I was. No, I probably was over there the first time.
Where were you yesterday? Were you here yesterday?
No, I was. I was over there with
You were over
Paris
there.
yesterday.
Oh.
So like, I'm pretty sure the couch just knows me at this point.
Yes, it's
The
like
couch is like, come sit down.
Yes,
said-
my
it said-
child.
It's like, oh,
It
My
said
I
it's
child.
could
welcome
fall
back.
asleep here. I could fall asleep here.
Oh, I fall asleep on there on the regular. That's why we brought the couch up here. So, anyways, so other than that, like, and when you said Shane Taylor, I had this thought with Shane Taylor because last time I had a chance to talk with Shane. He was very excited about the prospect of like maybe doing some New Japan, and I think he was maybe on an American show. Like when like none of the Japanese talent can make it to a Texas show, he filled in a little bit,
Right.
and was hoping that turns into something. But I love that New Japan seems to be coming to Shane Taylor. Because everybody's coming in, the partnership and everything, and he's getting Will Ospreay. I mean, Okada's there now. Like almost anybody that you really kind of be interested. Fletcher's there now. He kind of doesn't need to go to New Japan at this
No,
point. And they do so many American shows, maybe he'll get lumped into those too.
I just think wrestling's just in a cool spot.
Mhm.
I wasn't
Definitely
saying
is.
that. Like
Yeah.
it's such a like I just like watched like a little snippets of like Eddie Kingston versus Gabriel Kidd.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And,
Gabe
like-
Kid is nuts.
And to think that I used to watch Gabe Kidd on like WCPW, and like he was just like this underdog, babyface, right? And now this dude is like flipping tables and like calling out Kingston, and like he's like one of like the baddest dudes in the lot. I'm like, what happened? And I realized who I am. I was like, no, you know what, kid? I get that. I know what happened. We got tired. We got tired of it. We got tired of it,
We
and we're
got
just like, you know
tired.
what? I'm gonna talk my shit too.
we'll talk about that. We'll
yeah,
talk about
like that's exactly what happened.
Absolutely. Anything else happening on the mainstream? You guys have anything caught your eye over the last week or so, or since the last pay-per-view or anything like that? We talked a lot last week, of course, Backlash France and everything. And there was a lot of good. Was leading in the King of the Ring and everything like that. Another Saudi show.
I think it's really random that they're doing some of the tournament like over the live shows over the weekend.
Yes, I saw that.
Like,
right.
Why a lot of people want to see Tiffany Stratton like specifically, and they did her match over the weekend at a superstar show, a superstar show, or is it just like super show or something like that? And I was like, Tiffany's your money. You're putting her over the weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was she the one that had Maxine? Because I know they were dressing down Maxine in the clips I was seeing.
No, I think Maxine had somebody else. I don't remember who it was. But yeah, Tiffany went over the weekend. I should pull up the brackets.
Probably,
yeah.
I don't know.
I think they did LA Night too over the weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the Triple H era is interesting. Like it's like grand, but like there's like small little things like that's
I feel
weird.
like he's like trying to do more on like the live events too, and it's just like.
Well, you always do that because I know there's always like a title defense, and but every 3 times I think in the last 30 years we've had a title change on one of these, right?
There was one,
classically I think Ric Flair dropped the belt to Bret Hart.
Yeah.
But I think it was like the last days of his contract or something, right? So, so I mean, it happens, but they wanted those when they're going to sell tickets. So if you have something like that has some weight to it, it makes sense. And it was something that's like, well, do we have room for this on Raw or SmackDown? Let's do it on a live show. It makes sense, you know. You want to see it. Hopefully they taped it. Hopefully it's somewhere. Maybe they throw it on YouTube. Or something like that.
Or fans record the entire thing and post it anyways.
Yeah. Or that.
That's probably what'll end up happening.
Probably you're watching
swear,
on
it's
TikTok.
like, I swear, it's like every show, even if I haven't been to a WWE show in a while, but I remember they would say like, hey, could you guys not like record? And then like, it's going to happen anyway.
They said that to us.
It used to be.
They said that to us at Northeast Wrestling. And I was like, my friends want footage. So like, and plus.
It's just like, there's always been like this weird like footage. I'm pretty sure it's not weird, but it's like the lay common person doesn't know like what is actually allowed. Because like, if you're not, when a company or someone says you're not allowed to film, but like, let's be honest, half the stuff that wrestling fans engage with is fan filmed stuff.
Yes.
Well, I can tell you as a producer of wrestling, like if somebody's sitting there in the front row with their camera up like this and recording the entire match, holding it, it's just like, hey man, go buy a DVD.
For sure.
Like at that point, it's like, go buy a damn DVD.
But
man.
yeah, but like, what did like, it's just like, but you don't know, like what I'm trying to say, like Amanda, like they could have stopped you at the door and been like, if you did record it, and be like, you got to delete that. You got like, even if they're like, there's no legal balance with it, they could just be like, oh, you gotta delete that.
Or like, don't post the whole thing, maybe some clips.
Yeah,
or
and then and then you got like,
which is like the wrestler policy.
And then, but
we
then
were just
at that
waiting
point,
for a specific moment.
Right,
we're just sitting there with our phone up, like, is he gonna do a moonsault? Like,
yeah, like
when's the
you're
moonsault
not
gonna
recording the
happen?
match. You're recording like certain things, and then like, but then again, if they actually do it, it's like, okay, then a company is telling you what to do with your footage.
Right.
Okay, and now that is
so
when
this
people
is
get
so this is where it gets sticky.
Yeah, that's where it gets sticky.
Like, and now that everybody has a recorder, right? Like everybody has, like I could have had a digital camera in 2005 and say don't record the show because not a lot of people had that. Now we all have recorders in our pocket.
4K
you really can't.
recorders.
I remember going to concerts in like 2013. They're like, and they were like ready to tackle anybody that looked like they were recording a concert or a wrestling show or something like that. The ushers are like, put that down. I'm just like, I'm just taking a picture. What are you doing? And you didn't want to look like you were recording. You were really, and I'm a nervous person to begin with. I'm just like, you're just like scared to pull your phone out. But now it's like, hey, record wherever the hell you want. If you put it on YouTube, we're gonna know about it. And then, because there's you guys your footage is yours.
Exactly.
The content of that footage is their show.
Right.
That's where the rights get sticky, right? The person that films it belongs to, and like even if you hire somebody, you have that kind of distinction unless they're contracted out.
Right.
But at the same time, like there's some promotions that like encourage you to like take photos.
Absolutely.
And, like, record.
And everyone should.
It's also funny when they say like, oh, post this with the hashtag of da 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 da, and then it's like, oh, you shouldn't be recording if we see you recording. Like that's literally what it said.
Like promote our show, but don't promote our show.
Yeah.
Like
it was kind of like odd for me, and I was like, okay.
And that's weird when they say, you know, they get mad about that, and you're like, I don't see any other camera of your show, guy. You know.
And like we're not trying to like call no one out here. It's just like
this is generalizations.
This
I've seen this in multiple states and multiple promotions. Yeah.
Like some are just like, yeah, record everything, like tag us, do everything. And some are like, dude, do not
record any
do
of
not
our
even
stuff.
take a picture of the
I feel like most
turnbuckle.
of them-
Unless you get to, like, obviously you have your Lucha Undergrounds, your Enjoy Wrestling, that's going to be a show. Hey, guys, no spoilers.
Right.
You know, they have really good, like kind of fan policies about that.
Well,
then you got, some right to be like, hey, don't be a dick. Don't post this.
People want to see this later.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're trying
but
to do
I
a
think
thing
that
here.
comes with the community that you foster in your company.
Absolutely.
So, like, I mean, like, Enjoy is special. It's different. Like,
is.
that
It's so
community is like, you know.
We're all in this together.
Yeah,
we don't want to
we
spoil
all
it
want
for
them
anybody.
to survive
Oh,
because we
no,
want them
I
to
would
come back.
never,
But at
ever
the same time,
post
there's
anything.
other big companies that are not like that like are just like, you know, grandma and
Because-
granddad came to watch the show. They're gonna record everything
'Cause
because
some
they just
campa-
figure out how
'cause-
they just use Facebook. They're gonna live stream the show.
Yep.
Because they just figure out
I
Facebook.
would never go that far.
Oh,
to
for
do
sure.
something.
But it's just
I
like-
just
I couldn't either.
record like small clips of like what they're
Oh
doing.
yeah, and like
And they're like, "Oh, that's so sick. Can you send it to me so I can post it?"
I just-
and I'm like, "Sure." Like
Something I completely do, because even when I go as a fan, and then somebody like Lawless or Gannon are on there and they're doing something, I take videos and send them on to them on Facebook. I'm like,
There
here you go, guys.
there you
You're like,
go.
I'm
Like,
always working, even though
it's
I'm
just
not working.
it's just such a sticky thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's gonna like hinder that in like next 5 years because there's a lot of movement within social media to like own certain rights and certain ideas. And like what's gonna happen when you're at like your local wrestling show and like let's say a wrestler like has their gimmick, everything trademarked, you know, TM copyrighted to the T. So the moment you put them on camera, like you're committing like some kind of form of fraud.
Well, that's
Like what's going to happen then? Like, because then, okay, well, any promotion that works with that wrestler is going to put into a contract. Got to split something because everything got to show it and promote it.
Well, and that's a discussion too, because like, you know, obviously WWE, like Jesse Ventura kind of pushed for the, you know, why am I not getting royalties over videos you're putting me on? That's why if you look at some videos from like, I think the late 90s to early 2000s, anything he was commentary on is strangely mute at some points. And you're like, who's Gorilla Monsoon talking to? I don't know. It's really weird, right?
And it's just like, I mean, like, it's a valid want. I understand, like, yeah, you definitely want your royalties from that. And there's no way to defend, like, that company at that point. Like, yeah, you are showing it, though. Like, if they're like, okay, yeah, we did, we should, here you go. Like, we're sorry.
I think there's like an unspoken agreement. I think is like, hey, you know, I'm here and I'm putting my face to this company, and the company can do what they want with it. You know, I've actually had this argument with somebody who is, was and is now suspended from AEW. You figure it out. And we had the argument. They posted every single match from a tournament.
Yep, I remember that.
them,
I knew exactly what you're talking
And
about.
they and the response through the YouTube system was all caps, "It's my face," and I was like, "It's my footage.
It's my footage.
Take it down."
And that's what I'm saying.
Like it's
that
because your
sticky
face is on it doesn't mean it's yours, right?
somebody else took it.
There's
Yeah.
definitely boundaries with that. You gotta know your boundaries.
Yeah, and they, you know, obviously, and that's why I don't know if you noticed, we started posting policies.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
No,
Because-
we were just talking about that on Thursday.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah.
and it's not so much a problem with you guys at 880 because we put the show out for free and
Yeah.
stuff. And people that have worked with me for years and years and years like know like, hey, you can completely take this footage and do whatever to put yourself over. Just don't put a full match and please link it back to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody's like usually really good about it. But you'll have somebody new come in
they
that's
don't
not
know.
in the group chat that doesn't know what we do here, and it's just like, oh, cool, here's some footage. You know,
I
And then
will.
the
cool, you gave me a
entire
link.
match and
I can put this
everything you said.
entire
Yeah.
match.
This could be another discussion,
there.
but like for an area that like relies on like group text messages, we are terrible as an area to include everybody in the group text.
Yes.
All right, we can.
Horrible.
All right, that's another tangent for another day. But get like I gotta say my piece
That's
because
behind
like,
the curtain there a little
we're
bit.
like,
We-
oh my god, like
We
we
got
have-
too far. Hey, speaking of behind the curtain, thank you everybody that support this show, Wrestling Mayhem Show. I don't make graphics because the graphics computer is dead, and I just kind of whipped one together here for the show. So I hope everything's working. It seems to be all the things are red and the dots and everything like that, and the audios are bumping. So, and nobody's complaining about it in the chat room. But anyways, oh good, there's a promoter in the chat room as we're talking about this stuff. Cool. I'll see you in June. But anyways, thank everybody that support this show at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. And a lot of these people support a lot of things, including local promotions, however they may be, for streaming and VODs and tickets and whatever, and sharing everything. So thank you everybody that does that. But a shout out to everybody on Patreon at the fan show level. Bo Diggity! Woo! This is where everyone says woo now. I have nobody that knows to say woo.
I'm part-time. I am part-time.
Team Hammer Fist down in Florida and the Tupac family supporting the show. Poppy Club Level Dave, Prof on Ponder, Spouse LaRouche Jewelry Affair at RooseJewelryAffair.com, and Rats in a Trench Coat Tony Kincaid. At the Pizza Club
Tony Kincaid.
At the Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy, the Riz, who's enjoying his beach time on an island in Florida right now.
We miss you, Riz.
Work on your tan, Riz.
We miss you,
You better be. He's going to be the bronze Riz when he comes back next week. I'm going to love it. He's going to roll into Thursday night and be like, bro.
You're shining, bro.
You're shiny,
Shining
Riz.
bright
You're a
like a
shiny
diamond.
Riz.
Lights don't mean nothing
You
to you.
shine like a diamond. Lance Fisher, and of course at the manager level, Bradley. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Bradley?
Yes, Bradley. Bradley.
Bradley loves our show. He loves me.
Bradley, who
Is it just you?
I don't know. Probably not.
Bradley, who took some chops to Gianni.
I
at
got it on
Taco
camera.
Mania. You got it on camera.
I got it on
And
camera
the
for Bradley.
And I think the slow-mo guy got it on camera too, right?
Aaron.
Right,
Yeah, Aaron.
Aaron got it too. Bradley was like, I need to ask you something. I'm like,
Can I
I'm
get the
like,
rights to your footage?
sure.
Here, let me sign this.
No, he comes over to me. Hey, can I ask you something? And I'm like, sure. He's like, were you like recording during the Battle Royal? And I was like, yeah, like obviously, because I'm 80s content person. Yeah. And he's like, did you happen to get me Chop and Gianni? And I was like, I hate to admit it, but probably yes, because that spot was very chaotic and the closest to me. So that's what I went for. And then he posted the footage and was like, thank you so much. And Gianni's like, really? And I'm like, I'm sorry.
I think I saw the clips, like, because I didn't make the first Taco Mania show because I was still recovering from the marathon. And I saw the post, and I ran into Gianni when I got there, and I was like, so I heard you got some chops earlier. He's
Yeah.
like, shaking his head.
Not at all.
But anyways,
I didn't see any.
I wonder if they hurt. Does Bradley have a knife edge chop?
ooh, that's the question.
That is the question.
Gianni, if you're in the chat room,
That's
I'm
the
only
question,
looking at the Facebook. I want to try the other chats, but Gianni, if you're in the chat room, let me know how those chops were.
Yeah.
Let me know about those Bradley chops.
I bet Bradley has knife edge chops. I bet
Probably.
that's why.
It made
It
a
might.
nice
It might.
sound.
Yeah. It made sound.
It made
We
so
might-
my video
Oh,
showed
man.
the sound of the chop, and Aaron's video
There's
showed the
evidence?
impact
He
of
had,
the
like,
chop.
marks on his chest.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I don't know. I wasn't close enough to be because I was near the entranceway. But like Aaron's video will show you if he actually made a mark
This is gonna be a
because they
great.
went in
wanna see
slow
that
mo.
video.
This is gonna be a great fuse for the summer.
So Casey War is in the chat room over on YouTube. And
Casey!
yes, and it says, and I'd let Bradley chop him again too, damn it.
That's right.
We love you, Casey Ward.
And
Well, I
apparently-
mean, like, I don't really lie. I mean, like, I still want your title. Like, do they have the titles again? I don't
No,
know.
Yeah,
Gianni and Lawless have the titles.
Oh yeah, they didn't
Yeah,
win
the
them
tag
back.
belts,
No.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
funny
yeah.
how you can be an inefficient team that way.
Oh.
Oh, whoa. And Potter pointed out in the chat room, apparently Bradley is also recently choked out by Danny Moe.
Oh,
Oh
that-
yeah,
was that-
Rise at Rise.
At
I
Rise?
just saw
Oh,
that
okay.
clip. Yeah, he posted that clip today
Okay.
or yesterday, and Megan took the video, and it was with his scarf
Mm-hmm.
oh
and
no,
put his scarf
Bradley.
around him,
Oh.
and Danny choked him out.
Oh, God, and he
Yeah.
liked it.
I was like,
Going back to
Damn.
those titles, we're manifesting those.
Oh, yeah, for
80
sure.
tag team titles.
Yeah, we want those.
Mhm.
manifesting those
Speaking
titles.
of which,
come on, I got a plan.
You
There
got
you
it.
go.
We're gonna make this work.
Speaking of which,
I got a plan.
you are the matriarchy. You are a
Yes.
team. You are making some havoc over there at
Chaos.
880.
Yes.
Yes.
It's fun.
Very much.
Fun.
So tell me a little bit about how this came together between you guys.
Who wants to start first?
Do you want me to do it?
I mean, since
I
you're
feel
the
like
youngest.
I'm like the youngest. and it's
Give the background of who you are and like how this came to be. I guess.
us. Well, I just kind of was like, I took a mental health break from doing matches, and
As anybody should.
Yeah.
yeah,
For sure.
I was very frustrated, and I was like, you know what, MV, I need to walk away for a little bit of time. And he was like, okay. And I was like, the next people that you put me with, I really want to trust them, and I need them to like know what they're doing, and people that are going to be able to help and support me, and you know, helping me grow since I'm still very young in my career. And so then they were all like, oh, talk to Zeke. And I was like, okay.
Oh, sorry. No,
the idea, the idea just kind of came about because we like, you guys were like, oh, well, we're gonna start a faction.
Why not?
And I was like,
We needed a princess.
okay, a
Yeah,
princess.
we need someone who knows what they're doing. We need, like, I point out, like, my like first year at 80, I was like, you know what? A lot of people have like friends. I really don't have friends at 880.
And I was scouting for
Yes,
people.
and like, I'm
I
all
was.
about business. I'm going to do business. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I can have someone on my back on the outside. I can handle myself in the ring.
Sure.
I can't handle everything outside because, you know.
That's my job. Except Marco kidnapping me.
Yeah.
Marco Narciso, if you're watching.
Yeah, because that was wild. Like,
Marco kidnapped me.
I found you like randomly.
I can't watch the show for like 2 weeks and there's kidnappings.
That's what I'm
Marco
saying.
kidnapped me. Like, I turned around. Marco was right there. Put me over his shoulder and took me
Yeah,
to the
midnight.
dungeon of despair.
Jeez.
This is what.
Had Mother Darling waiting down there for me and everything.
Marco,
was
you got a
nuts.
receipt waiting for you.
Yeah, you got a receipt.
When I come
'Cause
back to
what the
880.
hell?
You don't
I
touch
beat
her.
up because you know
You
why?
I
don't
was
touch her.
screaming.
You know why though? Because I kicked Blake's face in.
You did.
I got the win. Like I guess that's.
So
what
maybe the
happened.
kidnapping was a good thing.
I don't know because I mean I won, but
It distracted enough for,
that wasn't
you
the
know what I'm
plan.
saying?
And of course, we're talking about Narciso and Blizzy Blake. We found Marco and Honey Darling on Den of Desire. I think pre Blizzy
It was
on the show
pre-Blizzy,
before.
yeah.
we gotta get Blizzy on. We also gonna get Aleo on.
Oh my gosh.
Aleo's looking good. for a
Aleo's
couple
doing
matches
so
and-
well.
Yes.
So good, but like
Yes.
you just can't get into our business like that one time.
Oh, that
Yeah,
time.
like that's not cool. But I mean, like we still like we support you. You know, you know we love seeing another strong black athlete in professional wrestling. We love it, but like, come on,
Don't mess
There you
with
go.
the
Come on.
matriarchy.
Just
So
somewhere else, kid.
So Paris, you're new as well. Kind of tell people what you're about. How long have you been around? You know, who is Paris Sahara for anybody that hasn't seen you before, or maybe they're on the audio.
I've been wrestling for 5 years. It just started 5 years in April of this year, April 2nd.
Nice.
So I've just been trying to get myself out there, trying to represent my community. I am the melanated starseed, so try to just stay grounded, stay awakened, spread the word, spread good energy when I want to spread good energy.
When you want to.
When you
It's
want
only
to.
when you
When
want
you
to.
Because we don't. You stopped spreading that good energy at 80 like a couple months ago.
Yes. It's
So
a,
I've
yeah,
been,
it's
I've been
definitely.
getting around like AAW, IWC, Enjoy Wrestling. I've just been trying to like travel around. But when I came to 880, I had like a purpose. Like I wanted to be taken seriously, not just for my looks, but for my wrestling ability. And I was like I just wanted to be a champion as well. Like I want to work hard to be a champion. So that's my goal. And
Excellent.
I feel like with the matriarchy, I feel like we can be a tag team. We can work hard to take over that division.
Even maybe one of you could go after amateur wrestler Reese Hayes.
Oh yeah, if that ref could actually count, my shoulders were up.
Which one?
Whichever one. Whenever I had that match with Reese Hayes last championship,
yeah.
like, my shoulders were not down.
I may or may not have
I was
choked him
arguing-
multiple times.
Yeah, like we was yelling. I'm like, Gannon win anyway.
It
And
was
everyone's
three.
like, why'd you beat up Reese? Why'd you beat up? Did you not just? I got screwed. Did you not just see what I just saw?
George was fucking on you.
Oh man, like that
Like,
ref. That
come
damn
on.
ref.
Amanda, of course, you're from the T2T school.
Yeah.
You're learning up through there. Paris, you're from others, and you're like we've talked about before about how 880 is kind of like. I refer to it affectionately as the island of misfit toys.
Yeah.
In a very awesome
toys.
way. And
You'll never know what you find under the ring.
If you don't look under the ring.
Don't look under.
Don't
Never.
look under the ring. I have to run my cords under there. It's so scary. All you guys, Zeke and Paris, obviously you've come from like other circles and kind of come into something like this, and it feels like people are kind of like using this space to kind of reinvent, something like this faction forming is something new, and I don't think you've had a chance to take it anywhere other than 880. But can you speak a little bit to like what's happening at 880? Why is it so different? Why are people kind of latching onto that to kind of figure out that next step?
Well, I think it's just a new platform. I think a lot of things in Pittsburgh has been around for such a while. There's no real way to make it new. The guard doesn't change often, and people can take offense to that if they want to.
And there's circles, right?
There's circles, and the guard doesn't change, and if the guard does change, it's in the same circle of guards.
Yeah.
And you know what? If that's how it was ran, that's fine, but there needs to be an area where people who are new and people who come out of town can actually have a chance and get cool spots to do on the show and cool spots to show out. Like, ever since 880's opened, I've never seen such an influx of people. I've never seen so many people come from out of states like, yeah, I'm doing this loop. And they'll list like, here's 2 days at 880 and then 2 things, like something else on Saturday. And then I'm going to finish off on VCW Sunday. I'm like, and these kids like 2 years in.
How many times I've seen the same person 4 days in
4
a row
days in a row.
doing all the shows that I do.
But compared to that, like 3 years ago, like you couldn't do a complete loop. You couldn't do a complete loop in Pittsburgh.
It's the Pittsburgh loop, right?
We helped establish a Pittsburgh loop, and not only that, young wrestlers continually come through.
A lot of people reach out to come to. I feel like it's also our marketing too.
Yeah, the
Like
marketing
how
is good.
the social media is done. Like it's different than every other promotion in Pittsburgh.
And I love that it's live every week. Like we don't have a show like that in Pittsburgh where it's live every week.
Nobody else
And
is
you
doing
get that experience like what a live show is like. Say if you went to AEW or WWE, you kind of get that experience. I love that.
And it pays homage to wrestling's history with becoming studio wrestling because ironically
it's a very colorful studio wrestling.
So like we are doing studio wrestling, but it's like it's ironically studio wrestling Gen Z.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And like it was not just Gen Z, but millennials and Gen Z, we kind of tag teamed that together.
Yeah.
So like we're making this new thing, in a town that did not have that much wrestling in it before. Right. And we kind of just like, all right.
We're talking about New Ken, not Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Yeah, because Pittsburgh's got a lot going on.
New Ken, Pittsburgh gray area. Like we're just gonna plant a flag here. We're like, this is what we're gonna do. Yeah. We're not trying to start starting no wars or anything. We're just like, hey.
We're just here.
We're not afraid of wars, but we're not trying to start.
Yeah, they're wars, but they're in the ring.
That's why we have a Casey war, right?
Yeah, we'll fire wars in the ring. But like, we're just like, hey, you want to come to a new city and spend eastward, westward, wherever you're coming from, north, south, come to 880 because there is a spot for you because we want people.
And that's what I love about 880 is like everyone has a chance to show themselves. Like other promotions, like they get a chance, but MV really like let you go out there and let you kind of do what you're best at doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Showcasing yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have that chance. Everyone's like, yeah, you got to, I need this from you because I think it's what your character is. I think it's what you are. Versus like AA is just like, hey, so you work in this, make sure that guy has your music and that person has your name and this person knows your introductions and, get it right. Because this is you. Wherever your music is, we got, Spotify, we got disc, we got audio files.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? We'll start my music or whatever, and what you want your graphic to say, or you got literally. We are telling you, you want to be a part of this roster. Go do it.
Yeah,
go do it. Well, when can I come back? I don't know. When can you come back? When can you come back?
Want to come
We're here every Thursday.
Like we're open.
As you show up
every week
on time.
Like with me, I didn't have a character when I first started. Like, and I was just like, okay, I'll be Amanda for now.
Yeah.
And then I was like thinking about it, and I was like. And I want to be the wrestling version of a Disney princess.
Yeah.
Like, that's where it all came from.
And just like, and everyone's like, well, we'll have to do here, we'll have to do this, do me. I was like, dude, we're here every Thursday. Show up by like 5:30.
I think that's what people don't
Like,
know.
show up by 5:30.
There's usually not a
Do
card.
you want the address?
Right.
Like
There's
Text
never-
text the page. Text the 80
If you
page.
show up
text-
on
Yeah.
time,
yeah,
you'll be on that
yeah.
card.
Say that. Hey, I got
yeah.
my stuff in the car. Can I? Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we first started, we only have Facebook. Now
Yes.
we have Instagram, TikTok, and
Twitter.
X. Well, Twitter, X,
Twitter,
whatever
X,
you'd like to
X,
call
yeah.
it. So we have everything now.
Yeah. We have.
So you can reach out on anything, and we'll take
we
you.
don't have Yahoo email though. I'm not-
Gmail.
We have Gmail.
Gmail's
No
better.
AOL.
No,
better.
No AIM.
no,
No.
no
message-
MySpace.
No MySpace.
I got asked the other day if I ran the MySpace, and I was like, no.
I hope we do have a MySpace just because I want to see who's in the top 8, and I bet it's Reese Hayes.
One of
God.
them is probably
Listen,
Reese Hayes.
Listen,
I bet
listen.
it's
I
Reese
grew
And
up.
then at least 1/3 of the Dangerous Nights crew. Would be
I
on
lived
there.
through the era of booking concerts and wrestling guests on MySpace. We booked 2 of the American Gladiators from the NBC show through MySpace on this show.
I love that.
So
I
one
love
was
that.
The Rock's cousin. So
I didn't even know MySpace was still around. Is it still?
Yeah, I think it's still up and
kind
running.
of
Still like a
Like,
degree.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like how Tumblr's still kind of running.
It's still
MySpace.
kind of a
I think the
thing.
same
Like, it
company that
exists,
bought
but who
Tumblr.
knows?
The
bought-
only app that completely died was Vine.
Oh
Yes,
yeah. Rest in
yes.
peace.
I
Vine.
feel like that is the only.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
That and a Tout. Tout had
Tout,
to die.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
Tout
Tout
died
had
too.
to die. Kick had to die. Is Kick still
Yeah.
around?
No.
Oh wow,
Should
MySpace.
we look? Should we look?
I don't want to know anymore.
Questionable.
Yeah, that may be still around, but like, yeah, we have so many ways to be in contact. Like, dude, like if you wanna, well, I'm from Grand Rapids. When can I come, dude? Thursday.
Come
Get here by
whenever
5.
you
Yeah,
want.
hit up the page. Do you want
Thursday?
the address? Do you want the
It
address?
says the address in our bio.
Literally, like just
I would just point out I went to MySpace.com and there's a big tour with Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nine Inch Nails, and Slipknot, and it's from a tour from 2022.
Oh.
So I
It's
think
still
they
active.
finally gave up the ghost on there.
All
I was
right.
hoping to recover some of our Wrestling Mayhem show pictures. We got some great
Oh,
ones
that'd
with
be
some
awesome.
old friends of the show, but yeah.
Yeah, MySpace.
From the chat room, True Prince Pro Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Yes, is in
Matt.
there. The Giffer Extreme themselves. To me, 880 is a promotion in the area that really brings everyone together more than any other promotion around here, and it has introduced me to so many incredible new talents, Pittsburgh area and from so many other different areas that travel in. Also, just shout out to Amanda for doing such an amazing job with all 880 social media.
Thank you.
I loved when I
It
popped
works
up.
very hard.
I love when
It
I
works
like
very
I
hard.
turned up and I'm just like, wait, there's an 880 wrestling Twitter now, like a month or
Yeah.
so ago. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
it was-
what?
It
Like,
was
we're-
really
we're
random.
catching- and like and
I
thanks to
told-
Matt, I will say
Yeah.
like because like the
He was one
jiffing-
of the main
Yeah.
reasons that I kept telling MV, we need a Twitter, we need a Twitter,
Yeah,
we need
yeah,
a
yeah.
Twitter to be
like
able
this
to
is a
be
real
active.
this is a real promotion
Yeah.
now. People
And
want to
then-
come see this.
Also, shout out to Matt because I just gave him a friendship bracelet at Enjoy, and I know that he loves it so
and
much.
I will say this, Matt, you are
One of our
definitely
favorites.
one of the reasons why 880 has caught fire.
Oh,
because,
absolutely.
like,
Those gifts
For
are
sure.
amazing.
like not as much as we've been doing our thing, like
Mhm.
you like the dedication to just GIF everything
Every week.
live.
Mm-hmm.
God, I used to want to do that for people, and I was like, y'all are too much.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing, and I think Matt's experiencing this too, because I know when I was in it, I was just like, what can I do? I'm not going to be a wrestler, right? And it was like, I got looped into the website, and then it was like, hey, can you hold a camera? I'm like, can I? I went to school for it,
I got taught the buttons.
and then here.
Taught the
the
buttons.
Okay. What's that?
I got taught the buttons. That's
I
what
got
it
taught the buttons.
Got taught the
Was
buttons.
that
On
a
the
thing at
camera.
880? Oh, yeah, the ones on the. I know there was a switcher, and somebody said, I think it was from a wrestler like GCW or somewhere, when the guy's running, it says, you're a professional button pusher. So it's just.
We call it the switch.
Yes, yeah. So like, I'm doing it right. I'm doing it right now. Look, I'm not even looking. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Switch to commercial.
I'm not even looking.
Cut the commercial
Just
right
right
now.
now.
But anyways, and speaking of which, I want to talk more about a certain term that came up on the internet that Zeke has introduced me
It's
to
so
that we'll get
funny.
to in a second here. It's a little. The initials spell base.
Yes.
Yes. or Bass, if you will, I guess. But in the meantime, I don't have a graphic because they're all broken because that computer died, and I got to figure that out. But please go check out indiewrestling.us. A lot of great content. You can see all of our wonderful guests here over there, and a lot of the matches, the free matches from 880 Wrestling. It is for every Thursday night for Thursday night fights. It's a training school. It's a video training school as well on Thursday nights because we are training new people. Literally, there were no Sorgs in the building last week
There
due to
was
some
not.
circumstances.
No Sorg.
And
You know what? You can say for like 65 to 70% of that show were students, from production to talent.
Yeah,
It was, yeah.
the whole thing. I am impromptu called it graduation day
Yeah,
because
'cause
it
you
was
had to-
like,
yeah, you-
I was like, you guys have to run the show. There was a death in the family, so Missy couldn't be there. I'm in Michigan taking care of my event. Streaming with Brazilians, so that's something on Awesome Cast that we can get into, but so I was a little busy, and and it's awesome because now we have so many people that can do so many jobs, and I can send people, and I sent Chachi and a newbie, Dan, who's been really amazing. That's been showing up
Dan's
the last
been
few weeks.
so good.
He's been
Killing
so good. He figured
I
out
saw
instant
him-
replay stuff
I saw him Saturday at Exodus.
at Exodus, yeah,
And I was like, oh my gosh, Dan, I didn't expect to see you here.
and he didn't expect to be there either.
No.
because it was the last
I
minute
was
booking.
so shocked.
He
I
did-
went, her and I went together to Exodus. It was so good. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's amazing because I get a text from Chachi is like, I'm in a production meeting with Sandow and EC3. What is my life? I'm like, yeah, welcome to my last decade. So,
But like, think about like what we were able to build at 880. It's a training school for professional wrestlers and managers, and like videography.
And
Like it's a 2-in-1,
Yeah.
and then like those same people. Look where they're going now. Some people work in NWA. Some people are working
Absolutely.
Like, RWA. Like it's just,
absolutely.
people are just everywhere. Some people. Brandon St. James is like working like multiple shows Mania weekend. Like he was just everywhere.
He did a lot.
Like just everywhere.
He did a lot, yeah.
And I'm just like, look what 880 is able to do. And the fact that 880 was able to go to Philadelphia
Philly.
That was
and
awesome.
to a place, and like, I will say, there was a lot of people.
There
for our
was a
block.
lot of people
A
for our
lot
show.
of people came
Yeah.
to see 880 that day.
Absolutely. It's getting buzzed. But also, we have a lot of other stuff going on this week. Friday night, 2PW or LDE. I don't know. There's a lot of fuss over who actually owns that company right now with Lebanon Dawn Enterprises. I got a memo about not updating the graphics last show, so we're working on that. I don't know who my boss is anymore. So, but they're having Jamie Jameson's birthday bash is the show this week. So
This is probably the like best graphic that I've seen. Like, and the name of the show, like,
Just like, okay.
it's. I'm
It's like,
like,
all right,
let's
go."
do this. Jamie's birthday bash. Let's go.
Nothing but Tennessee whiskey.
It's gonna be nuts. It's him and Mandime are in the main event, of course. There's a 3-way between Corey Fuchs, Felix Cause, and Chess Flexor. Last time Chess Flexor and Felix Cause were in a match, there were Legos and there were frozen pierogies. There was an O.J. Simpson tribute with a real knife. Yeah, it gets pretty wild at
Sounds
2PW.
fun. Sounds really fun.
That just sounds. You're just like that sounds fun.
I'm not getting that.
Nope. Not at all.
You lost me at Legos.
I mean, the glove.
I've seen Legos
The
one too many times in wrestling.
The frozen pierogies and the
Yeah.
barbed wire sausage wasn't
Legos.
yeah.
Screw Legos.
And he did something really interesting with the Legos that I've never seen before, so we won't get into that. You're already getting squeamish on this thing. So a lot of fun
rough.
there. And then, of course, RWA also going to be on the network, but if you can't get down to West Noon, Gianni Michael Enrico is going to be there from 880. Has been doing a lot of stuff and really getting involved in a lot of stuff going on. But the biggest thing is this is the match, first time match. It's going to be Beastman against AEW's Lance Archer.
That's exciting.
Oh my God, I'm so
Cannot
mad
wait.
I
I
couldn't
may
make
have
this
to-
one.
So
I may have to buy a
excited.
ticket. Because you know what? When is that ever going to happen again? Let's be honest, y'all.
Never.
Who
Okay,
knows?
so like, why aren't you
Never.
going?
Maybe
Yeah,
it
let's
starts
go.
a feud. You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I just want to see. I just came to see the meat division. You know what I mean? Like I just want to see big man bumping meat.
Big meaty men slapping me.
There's something like that. Something like that.
That's the best reference in wrestling. I'm sorry,
Runway and the Gambinos are going to be happening,
Oh, that's gonna
so
be
that's
exciting.
always fun. So yeah, it's RWA is on RWA 2PW are on fire these days as well, and I'm loving to see it.
Fun now.
Yeah,
you
there's
can
some,
see it.
and we'll talk about. Well, no, we're not having a show next week. Okay, VCW's having a show next Friday
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
running against 880, but they have a lot of fun happening there. A lot of NWA towns popping in there. Sam Adonis is going to be in. So
Super
look
Beast
for that.
is gonna be there.
The Super
The
Beast.
Super
I
Oprah?
think so.
Oh, that's
Oprah,
Super
yeah.
Beast.
Super
Yeah.
Oprah?
Super Oprah's gonna be there.
Super
I
Oprah,
love
yep.
Super
I
Oprah.
gotta look at this card again.
One of my favorite Super Oprah moments is I was talking to Super Oprah, and Super Oprah says to me, "Go get me some toilet paper." And I was like, "Wait, there's balloons back here in the locker room." So we
go.
used balloons.
Oh God, I
And
loved it.
Super
God.
Oprah did a frog splash off the top. Balloons popped instantly.
Do you remember that?
It was one of the best moments ever.
I love Oprah.
I love Super
Oprah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
That was
I
one
love
of
my
favorite
favorite
moments
thing about
ever.
It's Super Oprah and Patrick
I love
Hayes.
traveling with her.
Yeah,
like,
it's
we
Super
traveled
Patrick
Chicago a
Hayes,
couple
dude.
times.
No.
I thought I told you. Look, you know what's about to happen. Look, the funniest.
Listen. This is the thing that only Zeke's probably gonna know. I was at a BW3s after the event on Saturday, and do you remember Ashton Amherst?
I kind of do.
Yeah, his music came on the radio, and I'm just like, I just looked around. I'm just like, I'm the only one that knows this. I'm just like, I'm like Scotty.
That is like the best thing when a wrestler's music plays in public. You always looking around like, is there gonna be a run-in at a JC Penney?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
That
Patrick
happens.
Patrick Hayes used to have the hands go up and
Yeah.
they stay there. I'm
was
just
like,
like,
oh.
so that's in my head when he used to do that.
I hear Casey's song a lot. Like Casey's like single song a lot. Like everywhere. And I'm like, Casey Moore?
I just need Pittsburgh to get it together, and when they next time I play, whatever the name of the song for Mr. Vincenzo Young,
Renegade.
because I'm not from here. If he led off the Steelers or the Pirates, that'd be crazy.
The Pirates.
Mm.
The
That'd be-
Pirates.
Like
The
wherever that
Pirates.
song is associated with.
I made him a friendship bracelet that says dingers on it because he loves the Pirates
We
so
got to get
much.
him, and we got to get him to throw a pitch out. For
Could
the
you
for the
imagine?
Pirates
He
to
would be
support the
so
Enjoy
happy.
Wrestling show? How do we
Oh
get this
my-
to
how
happen?
we get this-
Somebody tweet the Pirates.
Can the
get
Michael.
MV
wait?
Young.
You think? Wait, does MV like pierogies? Because usually pierogies at the PNC.
Will
Like
he
sexy
race
white
the
nonsense.
pierogies?
Text
No,
me like,
he's not racing.
Listen,
He's
Michael.
going
a
power
friend
bomb.
of ours.
He may arm wrestle.
Listen, a friend of ours got the pierogies at an event. So,
But you know,
I think they may have the pierogies
but
number.
Look. I'm just saying, you probably don't want to have the pierogies show up at 880 because there's lights, there's camera, there's action, there's blood, and there's
Yeah.
MV Young. They made like MV.
There's blood.
MV
There's potatoes.
yeah, and you know, we
What
think,
a French fries made out of.
yeah, like where MV likes to work out. The potato farm. Maybe let's not put the pierogies near
All
that.
we need is the pierogi versus Felix,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Anyways, there was a point I was
DDT
trying
on
to
a
get
steaming
to.
hot player pierogies.
Oh, no. Oh boy,
Cornette's
where
flipping-
were we at? Bass. What does this, Zeke? What does this stand for?
It stands for Black American Strong Style. And it's basically, I forgot the name of the person who started this on Twitter, but they were like, this is a movement of all the African American hard hitters, and eventually it caught the eye of MVP, and someone was like, yeah, it's gonna be known as this, and then basically it was just like, yeah, this is cool and all, but I was doing this in Japan, so this is already canon. You don't have to make a new thing. I was Strong Style in Japan, and so we're just gonna I guess it's a new thing. I've been listed as one of the people who was under that banner, and I'm just like, I just like to punch people. I don't know if it's Strong Style. I just have a lot of anger. I'm 5'4". I'm close to the ground. I'm just
A very tiny
I'm just
person with
very-
you're
yeah.
like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have a lot of anger and rage.
and
like in the beginning of the movie where she says your normal badness level is here.
Here.
Your badness level is here.
Yeah,
And
that's-
she colors
that's-
the entire
that's
Stitch
usually
red.
me once my
Yeah.
music hits in the 880. That and ignorance. That ignorance level just goes.
Especially against Brohemoths.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't imagine anybody getting mad at Brohemoth.
I'm so tired, bro.
We're all tired of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all tired.
I got my. I managed. You know the crazy thing about this whole thing? No one's talking about the fact that I was able to German this man
I know.
twice.
You not only once, but
Twice. No, everyone's just replaying
I
the video
feel
of me
like
being.
if Brianna Bands wouldn't have involved herself
Oh yeah, I would have
in
won.
that street
if
fight.
if I hit that German, it would be nice. That Pride and Prejudice.
That's why you never underestimate anyone that's short, small,
We
too
like.
big. Like
I thought Brianna would just stay in the back, like don't mind business. But there's a lot of like new people who just like to get in our business.
It's like
That is
it's
a
very
common thing.
unfortunate.
Like what did we do
for
to
them.
you? We didn't even mess
Very
with you.
unfortunate. We I mean maybe we messed with her specifically in the beginning.
I mean, like,
but
at the same
that doesn't
time-
mean you come back at us.
like no, at least not. Look, no.
there's karma.
Wherever bros would say we never jumped you. You just kept running into my knee. Like,
It
come
was
on,
an
like like
accident.
come on, man. Like you kept trying, you kept eating knees and forearms and
Like that time he got
Germans
you
and-
disqualified.
yeah. Oh yeah. See, that's why I put you on your head.
And
Well,
then,
you cost
then
me-
you put him through a door.
Yeah, cause you cost me a tag match, bro. What the?
Like we were going for the tag team
We
championship
was
against
fine. We
the
was
fourth
fine.
line.
Yeah, we was fine. And then you came out of nowhere trying to spear me. Then spear James. You're like, I almost go. I think lost those titles, dude. Like I was so bad.
You know, everything happens for a reason. We're going to get another title shot. I guarantee you.
Oh yeah,
coming
those
home.
titles are ours
It's gonna
anyway.
be
It's just
ours.
gonna happen. Like
So like
Yeah.
who do y'all want to face for the tag titles?
it doesn't even matter. I just
Doesn't
want
matter
I
because
want
they
the
have an
title.
open challenge for the 24th. So
Yeah,
are
but
Gianni and
here's
Lawless
the-
keeping the titles or
Here's
doesn't
the
matter.
thing. Here's the
Anyone.
thing. Here's the
Anybody?
thing. I think the
Alright.
dumbest thing we can do is just answer any willy-nilly open challenge. That's playing into. They're ready for us.
yeah, we're not gonna.
They're
do
ready for
that.
anyone technically, but they're ready for us. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
You gotta pick your moment.
You gotta pick your moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
we'll get that moment.
Yeah, like either we were earn it to the number one contenders, or they're actually maybe we'll answer a challenge, or maybe we'll just throw a challenge out there. Maybe they would have no choice but to put those titles online against
I'm
us.
tired of sitting back being nice and sweet and wait for an opportunity. I like that we can go out
Yeah,
and
and get it because
get it.
everyone knows we earned that, and everyone should know that we were like this close from those belts, this close. It just
Bro Hemus.
Bro
man.
Heman. Don't worry, we put him on his neck. I haven't seen him since. He all big
He been
victory.
gone.
He been gone. I don't see
Gone,
him.
gone. Where you at, Bro Hemus?
Beat the crap out of him. That's what happened. Sorry. You got a minute.
No, I'm just letting you go. This show's on autopilot now, so
Oh no.
that's
Yeah,
all right. This is fine. I'm tired.
This is how we come up with plans, guys. This is how
Yeah.
we plans. This is how
You're
we
hearing us scheme our plan.
scheme.
Cover the microphone.
yeah, like
So, is there any plans of expanding the Matriarchy's presence outside of 880 currently? Are you looking, or you know?
we're looking,
And
they
but,
are looking.
but it's calculated. We're not Napoleon that's trying to take everything all at once. You got to take everything city by city.
Yeah, just
So,
kind of like slowly
yeah.
working our way around.
You're working your way back down Route
Yeah,
28.
and, let's be honest, like we're not like
Just Route 28.
Just Route 28.
Just right.
We're gonna have to
I
do the
feel like we're
Dominic-
establishing ourselves really well at 880.
yeah,
To
and
where
like
people are
and-
going to want us to be on the show. We're not going to have to ask them. They're going to
yeah, they
want
want
us.
Yeah.
because let's be honest, we are not a traditional tag team in the sense of
At
like
all.
we are tag wrestlers. We are two singles stars
Wrestlers
who have
brought together.
Very, very unique styles and very unique
Yeah.
paths that was brought together for this. So like, yeah, I would be kind of scared to put my champions against two single stars too. Like they are used to working by themselves.
Say-
Isolating one of them is not going to really work.
You're more a faction than a tag team.
Yeah,
Yeah, of sorts. Okay.
I would say so. Yeah,
Except I stay on the outside.
but we all have roles though.
Yeah.
We all have roles. Not
We're
everyone-
the-
both
we're-
dominant opponents. Like we're both dominant wrestlers. So it's
Yeah.
like we're not just two random people just
Yeah.
coming together that don't
we
have any experience
we
or
are
anything like
known to put like boots in people's faces. Like ironically enough, like
And
someone's like,
punches, right?
yeah, like some people say like, oh, we could just isolate one of you. Like, oh, we are singles wrestlers.
You're used
We were
to
used
it,
to.
yeah.
Have you never been in a scramble match? Have you ever seen isolation? That's true isolation. Like we're used to it.
How many scramble matches you been in?
That's what I'm saying. Like working as a tag team with someone who's capable. Like why wouldn't we? My chances of winning will go up. And we're not just limited to tag titles. We can go after singles titles. I have no problem helping.
We could go after the 880 open
I've been wanting to
weight
wrestle Reese
championship.
Hayes. When I made my wrestling debut there at
Mm.
880, I wrestled Reese Hayes,
Mm-hmm.
and it was fun.
It was fun.
He was on a losing streak then,
Of course, you know.
but
Yeah, he wasn't ready, but he got a dog guys his day. Well, he's having his year, I feel like. But
He
at
is
the
our
s-
longest reigning 880 champion.
somehow.
Don't know how.
Don't know how.
you never faced me.
Yeah.
Never
And,
faced
like, my
you.
shoulders were up.
Championship.
Yeah, come
Your
on.
shoulders were up.
Come
I
on.
saw it clear as
Come
day.
on. And we
We have
kept.
footage.
That's what I'm saying. It's 4K too, so I'm saying.
No, it's not 4K. It's definitely not 4K.
It's 4K now.
it's not
It's
4K.
4K
Hey,
now.
it's okay. Emma got
4K
us.
now.
Emma got us that 4K footage.
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah,
we
it's
got
fine.
4K footage. Don't worry. But like like come
We
on.
got
like,
footage
We're,
of the
we're just
shoulder
trying to
coming
say
off
we're
the
just trying
mat.
to say Reese, like we're proud of you, but at the same time, buddy, come on, like, come on, you know you want me, put my hands on you again. Come on, you know you want to face Paris again.
Paris, I understand. I was told that Enjoy Wrestling, you had something of a dream match recently, and I
did.
think that just came out on video a couple weeks ago, so we can actually talk about it now. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
I was emotional the whole day. Like I was doing my makeup, about to cry. Like, oh my god, I'm wrestling Sunny Kiss. I said, get it together. Like, I'm on here to compete against Sunny Kiss. Like, you want to make sure you're a good opponent towards him. So,
And obviously an influence.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was excited. I was very excited to meet him for the first time. It was a decent match. It was a short match, but it was still
fun, though.
fun. It was exciting, and the fans were super behind it.
And it's the
as well.
first time, so yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. I got to see Sonny in Ashe a few weeks ago, and a fantastic match. So did you have any, did you get to learn anything from Sonny or anything?
I learned to try new things because in that match I tried a couple new moves, and I was like, okay, just be confident in yourself, believe in yourself a little bit more. So I'm glad he helped me do that.
Good. And it's somebody with a lot of experience that could help you through those, right? Yeah.
But like at the same time, confidence comes with time and with experience. I mean, like I will still say this: your match with Brianna Bands at 880 was like one of the best matches. Like just to see, because like
It was so much
historically,
fun.
it was like
The first
it was like the first
First
transgender
black women.
match. Yeah.
ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Like,
Ever.
ever?
And
Ever?
you- yeah,
Ever.
ever. That has
Really?
never-
They
yeah.
were the first two transgender
women, yeah,
black women
black
that
black
got
transgender
to.
women to ever match.
Yep, at 880.
At 80.
Nice.
And Brianna
Nice.
slapped the shit out of me.
And she beat the shit out of me with a kendo stick. Like,
Had she gotten, again, I haven't seen the recent ones, has she gotten the bunny gun to work? Because I know that's been a
know.
problem.
She didn't bring it this time.
She said she
she-
retired
she
it. She said
retired
she's
it.
done with it.
Dude,
So she's going
kept
to
jamming
She
too
didn't bring
much.
it this time. I was like,
Yeah.
but hey, but you know what?
She said that the money kept getting stuck inside the gun. So
That's how you know you make too damn much. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? like, just like, damn, all right. What are you doing here? But at the same time, like, we are able to look at those things and be like, yeah, we have goals and objectives. But at the same time, we were to step back and being like, you know what? This is pretty cool that we get to do stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And I've been on a winning streak lately, so
yeah, like, wow.
Reese,
so Reese,
put
come
up
on.
that
Like,
title, my
come
guy.
on, like, what are you doing?
we taking that title from
Come
you.
on, we
I'm
trying
going to
to
have to start putting stats on titles to put this over, aren't I?
Well,
like AEW does.
just start putting the. Oh my God, a win-loss record is gonna be. I hate that.
But
Sometimes I
we
hate
will
that.
need a specific statistician to do it, though.
We could go to cage match.
We can go. to Cage match.
we just import the RSS
match.
feed from Cage Match.
Pretty
Just like,
much, you
cool.
could.
Cage Match standing. Ooh.
Yeah.
There's an idea, actually. Damn it.
You want to hook up the RSS feed, or should I call someone else to do it?
Well, yeah,
Paul
well,
got us, remember?
I'm going to bring in Cowpoke Paul's feed, and it's going to break the system.
Yep.
Oh, for
So
sure.
yeah,
Yep.
he's got that Cage
the
Match
No, we
craziness
should-
going on. But I don't even know what I was going to say from there. No, and that's the thing. It's always been, Brianna's won that first match out, and I think that was her first singles match at
Second.
880. Second singles
Yeah,
match.
she wrestled
Someone-
Sassy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was her other singles match.
Who again? Sassy's one that's a
Sassy's
tremendous
amazing.
talent.
Yes.
You know.
Awesome.
I want Sassy to come back. I
would
keep
love
asking.
her.
I
I would
keep
love to
asking
wrestle
MB.
Sassy.
Yeah, I keep asking MB, when is Sassy coming back?
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of my
So-
favorites.
But at
that
the
comes in.
same time, as much as people are asking when this person come back, there are so many people asking, "Hey, when can I come back to 880?"
Yeah.
Like, there's people coming from like Youngstown, like weekly,
New York.
New York.
New York.
Yeah.
They're
People
coming
are
in
like
weekly,
making
yeah.
like 7-hour card drives, just like, hey, can we be on the show? I'm like, we're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And now because of that, like now we've connected our cousin. Like I don't know, if it was our cousins. Or
We established on Twitter cousins.
We were cousins.
We are the cousins of T2T Brooklyn because they were the ones that were first, and we took MV.
Envy
Which-
brought it here.
We took
didn't
MV,
take it. Actually,
which-
Envy brought it here.
Yeah,
We have a
and
better
we brought it
roster
here.
than the Brooklyn roster. That's
Yeah.
why on the 24th we're going to prove that we are.
We're the
the better
superior
school.
T2T.
It's still city
Yep.
out here, you know.
Yep, that's gonna be a big one. Yeah.
Even though I won't be on that show, I am booked somewhere else.
Yeah.
I hate you, 880, but I'm gonna I'm gonna pick your side over TTT.
I'll say you're down in West Virginia that day, aren't you?
I am down with Virginia that day. I got other
Yeah.
things to do, other things to
I
handle.
don't know. Do you got a match out?
I got a
demographic for you yet?
Yeah,
What do you
I got a tag match against the
ECW.
troublemakers.
Oh,
Why?
he's your
Yeah.
partner.
Cowpoke Paul.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, apparently in my absence, we Cowpoke challenged him to a tag match and got me involved. Like heck yeah, because Glenn Spector's a jerk. Glenn Spector.
Oh. By the way, guess who just entered the chat? Glenn
yeah,
Spector.
Glenn, let's be honest, man. Like one, you know, it's a mistake. It's wrestling, man. Like you pay good money to sit in front. You get hit, especially when you're like sticking your head over the rail. I didn't mean to hit you, and then now I got to deal with him and Ken and Christopher jump me during shows, after shows, and just running amok. I'm like, what did I do to you? What did I do to you on purpose? Let's be honest. If you want an apology or just like whatever, we could have talked about this, but now you jumped me. Now you embarrassed me. And now you got Cowpoke involved. We're going to kick your butt.
Cowpoke survived Madman Pondo
That's
and Shadow.
what I'm saying. Like, why would you involve us? Like
That match was insane.
Yeah. Like, okay, now you made this a thing. You made this a problem that you didn't have to. Now you're going to have to be. Not saying we're going to embarrass you or anything, but don't be surprised when me and Cowpoke. Well, don't be surprised when me and Cowpoke come out with the win because we're very capable young people. Like we're not people just like, oh, we don't know what we've been doing for a while, but I promise you, between both of us, we have like legends,
Cowpoke
like
has so many
legend careers.
Cowpoke has so many cage matches that Cowpoke may be a veteran by now.
No, he lapped the
could
sun
be.
4 times. Like he lapped it. Like
Yes.
Like we're both young grizzled vets.
Do you are you required to wear a cowboy hat teaming with Cowpoke?
I mean, like you know how I feel about.
Maybe.
I don't know. See,
Okay.
me and Cowpoke, we don't we're cool.
I
But
wore
like
his
I don't.
cowboy hat once
I don't.
for a match.
I don't do cowboys. I don't do saddles. Not when they're blazing or not.
I was his cow.
I don't do them. Like that's just not my thing. Like
you don't
you
wanna
can
be-
like if you want to, that's all fine. Like do what you want to do.
You don't want to
But,
be
like-
a part of his cowpoke posse for one day.
I mean, like
You're
we're
one-day
friends.
posse. You're
One-
an honorary
I was
posse.
a part.
No,
Yeah, I was a
do
part
po-
of his posse for one
That's
day.
awesome. You can do that.
I wore.
I'm not.
He
I'm
threw
not
his
talking
hat
down.
and I wore his hat.
I'm not talking down to anyone. Do what you want. But like I just don't. I'm not a cowboy. I'm
feel
Zeke.
it.
I'm Zeke. I'm like we could be.
Let's say Paris. Would you join the posse?
Possibly.
See, like it's fine. Like I'm not
It
gonna like
depends
judge.
on what
Like,
kind of outfit I get to wear.
is that?
How
that
would
the-
you?
Daisy
Yeah. How
Dukes.
would you work?
Daisy Dukes and
How would you?
How would I
there
manage
you go.
Cowpoke Paul?
How would any of us manage Cowpoke Paul? Let's be honest.
Walk a cran?
Like what
and
outfit would I wear while I'm managing Cowpoke Paul?
the number one. The
Yeah, this
tie-in.
just became the fashion mayhem. How are we working this?
I
How are we going? How are we going
I
down
mean,
south? with
I've
this one?
worked one match with Cowpoke Paul, like managing him. I had his cowboy hat on,
Okay.
and
You got- you
well,
got-
he
and
threw
then
it.
and then just normal.
No,
You
it was
gotta-
completely different.
You
I
gotta bring
did.
out the Daisy Dukes and like the.
I did the sparkly boots that I have that are white.
The way.
That look the closest to cowboy boots, but like not
Because we don't.
because I'm not cowgirl-esque over here.
we don't do that
And
here.
then I wore like a free, like, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Like not like a tight skirt. It was like a loose skirt. And because then when he did his little, like, you know, what's it called?
His square dancing.
Yes, his
You
square
need-
dancing.
You need to be moving,
Yeah.
huh?
So and then
So we
and then I wore his
yeah.
Cowpoke Posse shirt because I was
Yeah.
the Cowpoke Posse.
Yeah.
That show will never
You
see the
could-
light of day.
As long as it's
But-
not one of those insanely thin ones.
It was only done once.
Yes.
Hey,
It's only done
if you
once.
want to square dance with cowpoke, I mean that's your business.
It was fun.
like that's your business. Like it's just me and cowpoke. We're gonna handle business. Like it's $5. The tickets are $5. Come see me and cowpoke whoop ass.
That's right.
Like on a Friday night at 8:00. Like,
Super Oprah will be there
Super
too.
Oprah will be there.
I'm just saying.
You guys know it now.
For a championship match.
For a championship, think about it, guys. Super Oprah, VCW champion.
I love Super
Wow,
Oprah.
I love this.
I love.
Imagine the news. Imagine.
I'll cry.
Yeah, people are crying. Finish the story, Super Oprah. I want
Finish your story,
finish
Super
the
Oprah.
story, please. Finish your story, please. That'd be great. But no, VCW it's fun. It's great.
It's
Everyone loves doing it, and just
It's so much fun down
like
there.
what Jim Lamont said, it really is just hard-working people putting
Yeah.
this together.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like I love it, and that's what it really. That's what 80 is really.
Yeah.
Just with Deuce spelling it, it's just that new generation of promotions that are just it's just fun to go to. It's not like there's no like real crazy level prestige where you gotta be like you gotta be careful like who you talk to and like where you go and you're gonna cheer for this certain person. Like, dude, cheer whoever you want. Have fun. Bring your family. Like
Nobody gets pissed
It was
with
so
it.
much fun.
There's a big thing when another promotion I work with started. They're just like, we're not going to yell at you for messing something up. You know, it's like we're all here to learn.
yeah, and pro wrestling like it's
and
like
you
the
need
most,
those.
And pro wrestling is the most unique thing ever because as many like I said yesterday the recording. Like Robert Downey Jr. can mess up as many lines that he want because it's not 1924 and we don't run on like actual film. We're running on digital cards. You can like if you mess up real quick, they can fix that with AI apparently, or they can just fix
So
that.
we're working on that. A lot of announcements for Google today.
Like they probably could do movies where they don't even say close to the lines, and they just like we're just gonna AI splice that together. Like we don't get that. Like if we mess up, it is there.
It's seen.
It's seen
On everything.
It's done right there and there.
I will once again plug Zeke is on Fishing Without Bait. That will be coming up here in June. I think the first week of June will probably be your first episode there,
First week of
and
Pride.
it'll be like 2 or 3 episodes.
Pride
But-
Month.
I did not plan this.
all comes
But
together
I
for
looked
work.
at the calendar. I'm like, well, that
look at
works. That works.
It's
So,
perfect.
but you had the most eloquent. I want to get it here. I want to just tease it. But you had the most eloquent explanation of professional wrestling on there that impressed both Jim and I on that when we recorded that last night. So definitely going to recommend that. FishingWithoutBait.com. Subscribe to that. A lot of great stuff. A lot of other wrestlers have been a part of that. Tatiana's been on there, of course. Rev Ron Hunt, and several others. So then we have discussions with all kinds of people over on that show. It's a mindfulness podcast, not a fishing podcast. I just got an email blast for lures today on that email. It's like, no, guys, this is not what we're doing. But anyways,
It was a good podcast. It was fun.
it was a lot of fun. No, I love the vibe you had going on there. So, and the last interview you did was really great. We just put the first episode with somebody today. But it was like they were in New Jersey and it's remote. Jim doesn't do good with remotes. It's hard to vibe, and that kind of thing. So not like this.
This is just
We
personal.
chill.
we a vibe.
We are vibe
Yes.
We a vibe.
on this.
You're a vibe.
A vibe.
Not the vibe. Not Bray McKenzie.
No,
Who's
no,
also
not Bray.
amazing.
definitely not.
I
So-
love Bray. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Bray's great.
Bray's great.
Got to run into Bray in Salem at the Neo Pro show not too long ago.
I just want as many people. I also as much as keep talking about 880. I just really like talking about it because it's just like it's so unique.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Like and like you can tell people like just come to 880 and like it's so like that's legit like what we mean like just come be there by 5:30, 5 o'clock even. How can I get here? Who do I gotta talk to? Show up. I tell people to show up. Show up all the time.
But
Why not?
don't everybody show up at once because these
No, I mean,
10
don't show up at
these
no, 'cause
10
then-
match Thursday
yeah, these
cards
10
are
match
killing my.
We
Thursdays.
can't
Like-
be doing that.
like-
Sometimes
like,
we want to
we love
go
y'all.
home and go to bed.
Yeah, we
Sometimes
love
just wanna
y'all,
go to the
but
bar after the match and just drink and
yeah, like we
Is
Is
try
there
to
20 people here? Well, we got to scramble.
look.
Or a
When
Royal
we-
Rumble.
Yeah, we may do a big Royal Rumble like at the same.
The Rumble's hard. I guess we moved the ring out, but we have like only 3 sides to throw people. But it used to be only 2.
Yeah.
Used to
At
be
least
only two.
yeah,
Two
at
in a
least
corner.
We moved the ring out.
Yeah.
I'd say.
But no, like it's just like it's so unique. I encourage every wrestler, if you can, if you're young, you know, old, veteran, just like, I need something to do, need something to watch.
I love watching wrestlers would come in and just to watch the show.
Yeah.
You know, it's wild to see who just kind of pops up there.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, like, a lot
know.
of people just come to hang out.
I see Facade all the time.
Yeah.
I'm always like, Facade, you're here?
Like,
I'm always
just
packing
here,
up and I
bro.
look up like,
what?
Son, you're here. He just like wanders upstairs like, hey, you know.
It's not everyone's like, oh, it sounds unprofessional. It's like, no, man, it's professional. It's like, it's everyone that we all know.
It's hanging out.
obviously.
It's hanging out.
But it's just like the feeling. It's just like, it's relaxed. We're here for a reason to showcase what we can do. No one's trying to out showcase each other, because eventually we all figured out that, like, we need to work together.
It's a great
We need to
atmosphere. I
work
feel like
together.
we're like a second family. We see each other every week, basically. We bond together, you know. So we
train
put together
together.
a show. We make sure
Yeah.
this show comes out great.
Yeah, we
work
have
together.
Yeah, everybody's a
so-
part of it.
And
Yeah.
like, and the funny thing is, I think it's like probably the only training facility that I know of that like offers classes like pretty much all throughout the week, except
Yeah.
for like you can
Except
still,
for
you can still do some practice on Thursday, but
yeah,
you gotta get
you'd
here
have
in
to
time.
get there early.
Yeah,
Because we're
yeah,
prepping,
yeah.
because we're prepping for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Friday's usually a travel day for wrestlers and the coaches, you know.
Stuff like that.
And then Saturday's usually another travel day, wrestle day, because it's wrestling. There's shows on Saturday.
Yeah, I always see the announcements for like open rings like most of the other nights and everything. So
Yeah,
no, that's
and then
very,
like,
very
and then
cool.
like, you know, Sundays, like we got Sunday, so we got Sunday through pretty much Thursday. We got
Yeah, Sunday through Thursday.
pretty much Thursday. Got 2 days off. I mean, and like always, you know, newcomers welcome, because you can start a class.
You
pretty
can
much,
start at any time.
Yeah, you can start at any time. We have coaches.
All you have
pretty
to
much
do
every day. Yeah.
is DM any of the social media platforms. I
Yeah.
respond.
Tell someone that
literally-
you're coming.
I literally, I literally respond to messages almost right away.
Yeah.
Like, tell you all the info you need to know, the prices of the classes, dropping in, the
gym
hours that
membership.
were there.
Yeah, even if you just
everything.
even wrestlers like, oh well, I don't need to like train. You know, I just need a place to work out. I was like, okay, yeah, we
then
have to.
come down.
That's literally
have
a
fun.
yeah. It's like there's a membership for that. Like you just go.
Yeah.
How long can I stay? Like I
And
don't
there's
know, man. How
wrestlers
long?
there's
How
like,
much?
If
yeah.
there's, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if there's not trainers there, there's wrestlers there that are trained that will help you as well.
Yeah.
So
Love it. Good vibe. Good
Good
vibe.
vibe. And the whole and we're pretty much working on the whole rip room downstairs.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I
like
think
whole
they just
gym.
have to set up a couple more
Yeah.
machines and then it's
and then like it's a
ready.
full
Yeah.
wrecked out rep. Like this is it.
We just have to clean it out. One down
Yeah, we gotta
there-
clean it out. But
Went there-
we got the
went there-
tools. But
Went
like
down there on Tuesday, and I was like, "Where did that bottle of Jameson come from?" He was
It is like curious. There's just like, how did the shopping cart
is
get here? And then it
a-
gets used in a
"No, the
match.
shopping cart's gone now." I
shopping
think.
cart's gone.
What happened to the
Shop-
shopping cart?
I don't know.
Didn't Beastman slam it on Reese or Slim Reese?
Yeah, but it was still in the bathroom for like a
It was-
month
yeah.
afterwards
Yeah.
at least.
Either they
It's
threw
very-
it, either they threw it away, or it's in the basement in the dark corner, and we haven't seen it since.
It's so
We have so
it's like a clubhouse on
It-
top of everything.
Well,
Yeah.
I went downstairs to help MV film his latest edition of Fat Boy Fitness. And
Excuse me.
yeah,
Oh, you don't
Fat
know
Boy
Thick Boy?
Fitness.
Tell me more.
Fat Boy
Because he
Fitness.
never answers my
He's probably
MV never answers my responses
do
to
you
come
ever
on the
think
show
that MV
to ask him about these things.
Do you ever think that he's in that dungeon where there's no cell phone signal can escape, and like he's just doing all these workouts?
He's just so focused.
He
like,
messaged me from
I don't know.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Like I was upstairs, he was downstairs. He said, "Can you come to the basement and help me film this?"
That's a
and
fun
I was
request.
like, "Sure."
Sure.
So then I go down and he starts doing his workouts. He put it on TikTok.
Yeah. Like look at that.
And
Like we
he
just.
said, "How can I use Reese in this workout?" So he did curls with Reese.
I'm looking this up right now.
It's on his TikTok,
It's
yeah,
so
Fat
fu-
Boy
like,
Fitness.
It's like wrestling is so
and then
fun
he
now.
does his own commentary over it, so that's what makes it.
No,
fun.
yeah, it's even more funnier at that point. He's
Yeah,
just like, okay,
it's
now
like
he's
his own
gonna explain
commentary.
it.
I suggested that he tried to do something with Gianni, and then he's like, "I don't think I can do that." And I was like, "Come on, man, just
One curl.
one curl or one shoulder press." He's like, "I don't think I can make it."
you wouldn't think
the
Envy
girl.
is like, you wouldn't think he's funny because he's so serious when he's in the ring, but like backstage he's like super.
He's like,
Just
relax.
saying,
chill, you
that
know?
is yes,
Yeah.
I filmed
Put it on
all of
camera.
that.
Look at this.
I filmed all of that.
lifting Reese.
This
I have that video still on my phone because I'm gonna use it.
is
That's
so
amazing.
good.
MV Young, was it the only MV Young on TikTok? This is from 6 days ago. Oh man, look at those tan
But
lines.
that's what wrestling is now. Like it's wrestlers like putting on these great shows, great matches, but also having fun. It's just that now.
There's
Everyone,
a great opportunity for personality,
Yes,
right? Like
people,
you
people
know,
want to see wrestlers interact with other wrestlers, and that's what. I think that's the best thing because now it's super easy because they're like, oh, you just make a Twitter.
Yeah.
One thing I love is like some promotions, they have like strict things that they only put on their show, like only certain wrestlers. But with 880, there's so many different wrestlers from all over with different personalities that can come and make chemistry together in the ring. And I think that's like there's a lot of intergender matches on that show.
Technically,
so I think that makes it even
ever
more
since
better.
I came out as non-binary, every match I've been in since then has been intergender because
Yep.
I'm non-binary. Because that's how it works technically.
yeah.
So technically,
Yeah.
we always have an intergender match in the show.
At
You know
least
what I mean?
one, if
At
not
least
two.
one, because we got Nyx. Nyx is also a day.
Yes.
So that also adds into it.
Yeah.
Anytime Tatiana's in the ring, that's Tati and Nyx automatic. intergender
Literally,
tag team.
like the Wildflowers
The
itself is intergender.
we are intergender tag team
Yeah.
faction. Like it's commonplace now. Like a lot of people are like, well, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, dude, it's professional wrestling. Like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. Are you not a fan of the Undertaker? What part of did you start caring about the sanctity of professional wrestling if you are a fan of the Undertaker? Like, like, am I wrong? He killed people on screen, didn't he? Did he crucify Stone Cold? Did we watch that? Did he try to marry the boss's daughter?
He caught on fire and resurrected. So,
Yeah, where did Kane come from? From the burnt house, that Undertaker? Yeah, okay, yeah, but intergender tag teams, that's pushing the envelope.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that.
And you sound silly every time you defend something like that. Y'all sound silly as hell.
Yeah.
I will always say that. Back in my day,
I think it gets boring when you see the same thing all the time.
yeah,
I think 880 like it's exciting because you never know what you're gonna see.
you never really,
Never.
Yeah.
because we don't like it's because we don't drop a match card on Thursday.
Yeah,
We're just
we
like
don't. It's
we're
what
like
I'm gonna
hey,
get.
we're like hey.
He'll
Hey.
maybe say one
Thursday.
match.
Hey, we have a banana versus a slam burglar tonight.
That happened.
I love that happened, and I think her name's Emily. I know she tweets a lot about the shows. She was in the chat earlier, and that show happened, and then whatever show she watched the next night also had a banana man on it, and she's
snap.
like, "This is
There's
too
a
There's
different.
more
This is-
than
there's
one
more
banana?
than one
There's
banana.
a movement.
There's a banana
Banana
movement. Are
movement.
you
The
ready,
banana movement.
Zeke? Are
That
you
was not
ready
funny.
No.
for a banana strong style?
No.
You ruined it, Sorg. I'm calling MVP.
For what?
I'm calling Montel.
Calling MVP?
I'm calling Montel Vontavious Porter. You're done.
Show title, by the way. Show title, by the way.
Martavius.
Banana strong
Martavius.
style.
Banana and peanut butter sounds like really good right now. I would love that.
You better watch, or you're going to invoke Victor Benjamin.
Yeah. do
Okay,
not
he
go-
does not live too far from here.
Wait, that's and that's another thing we could possibly do. Victor Benjamin, Lady Frost versus the
banana?
No, Sword. No,
I just want Victor Benjamin with a jar of peanut butter against the banana. 880, book it.
It's gonna happen now that you spoke into existence. That's how it really works.
Get in there. Also, I'm not going to say the other thing. That's for Patreon. Never mind.
For the Patreon.
I'm recruiting people for the relay team next year, and I was giving Victor Benjamin shit at the Taco Mania.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, they were both there.
Yeah, they were.
But that's what's, another thing. Like that's a cool thing that we will, as wrestlers, we're able to come out to that and be like, you know what, this is pretty cool. This is happening
But side
in
note,
the middle of South Point.
I know, right?
Southside, what
Right.
it's called.
And also,
Southside.
I feel we should. I'm remiss to say Lee Moriarty had a great show on Saturday, but Frost had an amazing
Yes,
match
he did.
against Deanna
It's just
Purrazzo.
like, dude,
Everybody's talking about that shit.
Dude, it's just we're in a good state right now. Yes. That's just what it is. Pittsburgh
And
is
that
kicked in
state is
slow.
Pennsylvania.
The state
This
is
and
Pennsylvania.
fuck
When
Philadelphia.
people, no, I mean, like, I don't like to say it, but I'm like, look, I gotta give our Philly people their props.
Sure.
They like we
I
have
will
to
give Philly.
think
I will give
sometimes-
Philly wrestling props, but
the
I can
city,
leave
bro.
the
Not
people
the
behind.
roads.
Not those roads.
Not those
Oh,
roads.
Can we
no.
all talk about the roads, Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Respectfully.
No, don't you remember like when we were all in the car driving?
Mhm. I
from
remember.
the
I was
show?
driving. I was
that,
driving.
Yeah, That truck just sped past us.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was
Ran
madness.
a red light.
I had somebody like making fun of my hair in the parking lot of the Holiday Inn.
Like what?
Like he wanted to fight me about because I had long hair, and I'm like, bro, seriously? Are you in high school? Like I haven't
Like, what
heard.
are you talking
I haven't heard that since like the 11th grade. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
You know.
Like, but at the same time, like we gotta like put Pennsylvania wrestling on the map. Like, come on, like
I
we
think
are
we did.
killing it.
I
Like,
think we did.
like
Some
we
people from other countries watch our stream.
Yes.
all the time.
Yeah. Yep.
All the time. But we got, and then we got to tell
people
people like, you know, like we know y'all do know Philly ain't close to Pittsburgh at all. These people are making whole trips to come out here to wrestle, and vice versa.
I used to think that I needed to like get out of Pittsburgh. I'm like, Pittsburgh doesn't have a lot of good promotions, but now that I'm like, I've been doing it for so long, there's so many great promotions out here.
Yeah.
I'm proud to be living in Pittsburgh. Like,
But it's also good. It's still good.
But we have,
But still don't get. But still don't get comfortable,
Oh, for
right?
sure.
You got to get out of the bubble,
yes.
right? Because you don't know. There's so many things. I've learned this from what I've worked production. There's so many promotions here that work a certain way, you know, and obviously Enjoy 880 are working another way. But then you go to Chicago and learn out like there's like, you know, I was just putting over Exodus because I'm like no other promotion backstage works the way that they do.
Yeah.
But also you could literally have people that came from TV and are literally doing TV now, and they're just bringing that format over.
Yep.
You know, so now I'm learning that format. You know, Ashe works things a different way. It's a whole different locker room. You know,
But like, it's so cool that like it's starting to become that. Like,
Yeah.
like we're wrestling. What people don't realize, well, like certain podcasters when they talk about attendance and tickets, it's like
that ratings. Why the
like,
fuck do I care
think
about television
ratings. I
ratings?
was like,
TV's
dude, like,
dead.
I was like, do you not realize what's happening? Because everyone's like, well, you know, the Fed has been selling out all their TV. I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
sure,
that's
great.
awesome. But you not realize what's happening? Wrestling's becoming decentralized again.
Decentralized and cool.
Cool again, because everyone knows, like, you know, a Kenny Omega or CM Punk, but a lot of people know Darius Lockhart. A lot of people know Willow Nightingale. A lot of people are starting to know Queen Amanada. Like, a lot of people are starting to Chuck E. T. Like, I have people sending me stuff. Like, this one video of Cedric Alexander giving the what's it called? His finish to Cancer Ray, and that one granny video. Like, she takes it. She explains one bar check. Dude, I have some people send me that video like, what the hell? That video's like 9 years old, like 10 years old now.
Yeah.
15 years, like almost like, yeah.
It's no longer a secret.
No, yeah. And like all the people I remember from like high school, like even some part of college are telling me like, you know, wrestling's dumb. Wrestling.
That's what I got told. in high
Everyone here has been told that. but-
13-year-old Amanda will
I
get
am-
bullied for liking Seth Rollins.
I am shocked when I talk to people and that don't know what the what's going on with wrestling even in the mainstream. And I was like, yeah, WrestleMania. I'm just like, oh, are people still watching wrestling? And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, there are 80,000 people going to be in the stadium this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
In your town.
Yeah.
You know,
In your town.
In your town.
And I tell-
this happened to me in Los Angeles last year.
I think the biggest flex I ever had, because I just had to use it because it was like it's senior year of college. So you got to do icebreakers, right? And you got to tell like interesting fact about yourself. So I was like, all right, I'm a pro wrestler. Everyone giggled, right? I said, all right, but you can actually look me up. They all looked me up. It got real quiet because because I like literally because this is like a hybrid class. Some part of the class is like on Zoom or whatever, and some people are physical. I literally saw on both sides people going like if they were checking their phone. I'm just gonna visualize. I'm gonna visualize. It.
Drop the microphone.
We all visualize it.
Everyone's on their phone. We have a variety on the visual.
Bubby, is that you?
And my teacher looked up, and my teacher's like, "So is that really you?" And then she proceeds to play a video of me like kicking some. I forgot who I was wrestling. I kicked some dude in the head, and she was like, "That's you?" I was like, "Yeah." I took my glasses off.
You
That's
kicked a lot
me.
of dudes in the head.
I was like, and like people are like, "Oh shit!" Like this wrestler is real. Like, oh yeah, it's so real. It's so real that it's packing out stadiums and NFL stadiums and baseball diamonds. Like it's real. It's back, baby. Like it's so cool that like I could go around like if I wanted to being like I'm Ham Montana and like look me up and like people
I'm
like,
the real Ham
yeah, I'm the
Montana.
real Ham Montana. Look me up and they will. And they're like, oh shit. Like
Well,
it's pretty cool that
We'll find out later about Zeke Mercer's Hannah Montana
Double life.
impersonation
but
business on
it
the
was,
side.
It's pretty cool
You're
that.
Miley?
You didn't watch the Social Work. It's okay. We know. We can tell you didn't watch the show. It's all right. But no, I think it's cool that that can happen now. Like wrestling is to a point where it's not seen as like, oh, that's that weird kid stuff. Because now I would say all the weird kid stuff from like metal music to like skateboarding, BMXing, is now the cool kid stuff. Everyone wants to do something that's interesting. Right. You know what I mean? People my age are like proud to say, yeah, I crochet and knit. What?
I make friendship bracelets.
Yeah,
So
like
wrestling is your knitting.
yeah, like some grown adults like, yeah, dude, I color. Like you said that 10 years ago, people will call you out for like, bro, you get me. Now, yeah, bro, I color. Yeah, bro, I crochet. Yeah, man, I build Gundams in my garage. Like, what? You have money for that?
I build
like
Legos.
that'd be
like,
the question.
Just people be like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
build
man, I
Legos.
3D print.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be like, oh, you got all the time in the world to 3D print. Huh? It's you have the money to afford to 3D print. Like that's the question now. That's the question
That's
now.
Chachi. He's like, I got a 3D printer. I'm like, why? He's like, well, I'm just printing out things with Rock's head on Godzilla.
Yeah, just like you got the money for that now. Like it's not.
I've seen
like,
The Rock's head on like an octopus.
Yeah. Those
That
were
was
his.
Those were his,
Those were
yeah.
his.
Oh, really?
He just like I printed a bunch
That's
of these.
amazing.
Yeah, he just. I mean, it's probably just he found
There
this.
was like a thing. I send these to Gannon all the time with Crocs, like the attachments to Crocs, and there was a rock attached to a Croc, and I was like, I'm
Crocs.
done.
Yeah,
I'm
rock.
done.
We brought the I think it's in my car. I brought the Rockzilla to WrestleMania weekend, and I love that. Was that the greatest response?
Nice.
There was like a side, like a happy side to that. Also, Katie Dutters, the 2PW Kicking Kingster's Ass champion, and is a big Godzilla fan.
Nice.
So we went to see the new Godzilla movie like a month ago, and I was like, "You get to hold Rockzilla during this."
That's awesome.
So
bro.
yeah,
That's amazing.
But yeah, like it's just cool that wrestling is like to a point where it's just like we don't have to like hide who we are.
No.
If someone's like, you're a wrestler, like damn right I'm a wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm an independent wrestler. I'm a strong independent wrestler.
I
Damn
usually
right.
like keep it to myself. Like if I'm at work and someone's like, "What do you do after work?" I'm like, "I'm a wrestler." I don't just come out and say, "Well, hey, I just want to let you know I'm a wrestler." Like I like to let people ask me and just let them know what it's about, and they're like, "Oh, maybe I should come watch you or something," and I'm like, "Yeah." Come
Yeah,
on."
usually. Yeah, I keep it playing cool, but when they look you up though, that's when people like, wait, you've done this, you did like it's like interesting.
They're
Everyone's
like, "What is that you? Oh my god, you look so good with all that makeup on."
yeah,
and
like
hair."
what? That's you.
I
I
was
literally.
like to say, work version is very different.
Yeah,
right?
like
Yeah.
I'm just like yeah. I remember one time I showed my
Yeah.
grandmother a match, and I was a bad guy, being my normal self, and she kept looking at the screen and look at this. She's like 87, by the way. She's looking at the screen. She's looking at me. She's looking at the screen, and she's like, "How is that you? Because you're not that mean. You're nowhere like that.
No.
I've never seen you act as sales ways or like act that way ever." She's like, "I've literally raised you since you were diapers. I've never seen that of you."
That's what my mom said. She's like, "You're too sweet to be a wrestler."
Yeah,
I'm
you're
like, I
too
can-
sweet.
I
You're
can get
so
angry.
nice,
My-
I can
Zeke.
get mad.
You know what my mom says to me? She goes, "Ugh, the old Amanda would never wear outfits like this."
What does that mean?
Mom.
Like I'm a child. Like I was like someone's like, yeah, this would be
And
cool
I'm like,
10 years
Mom.
ago.
Is that like my little girl? It wouldn't have.
Yeah, because I used to be super like conservative and like
Sophisticated.
wouldn't wear things that
Certainly,
would
yeah.
show too much skin when I was in high school and stuff like that. Well, we weren't allowed in high school anyway.
I mean, yeah.
Obviously.
Can't even
and
show
I
face
just
straps. in high
yeah,
school.
and I was like I'm wearing all of these like short skirts and all of these dresses and everything to these shows, and she's like, "That's not my daughter."
like, yeah, I have a job. I'm sorry.
Mom.
Oh man. Well, on that note, first of all, I do gotta get a shout out before I forget here to our friends feeding our crew tonight. I think you had a slice or two, right, Zeke? Friends, Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Is multiple locations, including right beside Taco Mania last weekend.
Damn
So,
right. I almost walked away. I should have just ordered pizza,
I need a
but
slice right now. My stomach's growling right now.
there's like,
yeah.
we
Oh, there's
got-
plenty in the back. Go get
we
it.
got-
Go
we-
get
yeah,
it. They
we
take care of
literally-
us.
Yeah, I love Slice on Broadway. I have friends who just moved to the city. I'm trying to get them to go to that south side location, and it's just like really, no, it's real good. Please
Yeah.
go.
Give it a
Please
shot.
go.
Give it a shot.
like, please
And a
go.
lot
It's
of
good.
people-
It's like your pizza's good when it's good cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
When your pizza's good cold, that's you have good pizza. I mean that like.
And
Cold pizza's the best.
And you
but,
got to
like,
get it like within like a day or two because it goes
Yeah.
quick because they don't
They
have
get
any
hard so
bullshit.
fast.
They don't have any bullshit ingredients in there.
Yeah, so it's
and
just
that
like-
means it doesn't last as long as the thing.
So,
that
like, you
could
have to
you could eat
this.
Pizza Hut like a month later. That means
probably could.
That means you probably shouldn't.
Right.
You know, in the
Yeah.
first place. But yeah.
But no, like Sites on Broadway, the OGs, I love them.
The OGs.
The OGs.
Yes.
EST for me was like 2019. I think that's my first album. Hooked on 'em ever since. I think I eat that every time I do the show. At this point, I've been doing the show for years, and every time I come here for this show, Slice on Broadway.
I
like,
never
we're
had
doing-
Slicing on Broadway, so I'm excited to try it.
Yeah.
Excellent. And again, it is now time to find out what we learned from wrestling this week. From the chat room, give you guys a minute. It can be from wrestling in general. It could be from something that happened on TV or in the news or whatever you would like, or personally or whatever. Dave Ponder says, learn that Willow is like Wu-Tang. She's for the kids with the wrestling club.
She
You see the
is
clip?
She is.
for the kids.
She
That's
is.
my favorite video of the
So
week.
this
Thank
is-
you.
Where's the wrestling club at? Do you remember which school that is?
I
Where
don't
that's
know the
at?
school, and honestly, I don't think that part really matters.
No, there's
it's the I tell
so
people,
so what is it for people that haven't seen this?
So the wrestling club is literally a teacher like holding this club where she get her students to watch wrestling, AEW, WWE, just everything, New Japan, and they love everything because and the best thing about this school is that this club, at least about this club, that it's mostly like black kids. Like Paris, you probably remember being young, like we liked wrestling. Like, we get made fun of for that. That that was gay. Ironically enough, now we're like, queer, but at the same time, just like, that was gay, that's stupid. This is, it's fake, right? But now, like, I'm watching a teacher, like, facilitate a love for something that also that teacher loves to, like, all these kids, and they feel so welcome. And the best thing about this is why I think we're in the best timeline for wrestling. Wrestlers come visit there. Yeah. You thought your wrestling club was cool in school? Did Cody Rhodes give you merch personally? Did he invite you to Raw? Did Willow Nightingale show up? Has a New Day showed up for you guys? That is pretty fucking
I love
cool.
it. So if you're curious about this, over on Instagram is the Wrestling Club TWC, and their picture is like them with Sasha Banks and everything.
Yeah,
so
like this.
like, and
That's
I think
so
I think it's when
cool.
she had maybe the New Japan title from the looks of things. So and they're like they're probably like junior high or
I would say it had to be
something
middle
like
school.
that.
Middle
schoolish. Yeah. That looks right.
And some of
that's
those
great.
kids that some of those kids cut promos. They cut promos. They cut promo bounce on themselves. And like that's pretty cool. Even though like someone's like, well, what's the point now? It's like public speaking. You're teaching those kids to public speak, even if it's just like in a character, in a certain like dialect.
And it's
like,
in Brooklyn.
And perfect. So perfect. I hope
Kip Amp Middle School in
I
Brooklyn.
hope my one hope is that the TWC encourages more like black and brown representation in wrestling. Like I just hope that type of club reaches like as far as Texas, as far as California, just everywhere. But like everyone's like, I want like, everyone. I want like a true like palette of people. Like TWC club in Florida is like same as TWC in Chicago. Like it's just like all these wrestling clubs. They can trade easier now because you can just trade links now. Like oh my god, like it is literally awesome that it's happening finally. That like wrestling is loved again.
Yeah.
Maybe not like in the sense of like 90s and it's on MTV, but like
Yeah, I love that wrestling's bringing together like all communities are like really being included and not like given opportunities and not feeling left out.
oh yeah.
Like that's what I love. the
I
most.
even tell people like even the people who don't want the inclusion have their own inclusion. They have their own wrestling. They have their own companies, their own figureheads to go off and look. Dude, they're just like, yeah, we'll just go over here.
Fans have their own options to watch like what they want to
What you want to watch?
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to watch that, like whatever. If AEW is too whatever for you, I mean, there's like 60 other promotions
of
that you
options.
can. There's a lot of options. Well, I'm tired of the WWE. I'm tired of the Bloodline feud. Then watch something else,
watch
bro.
TNA.
Well, yeah, like like watch TNA, like watch that. Like, well, no, I don't want to watch that. I was like, then
Watch
Ring of Honor.
NWA. Watch
Watch
WoW
Ring of Honor.
Superheroes
Yeah, like
is on.
what you want to watch,
know?
bro? Like,
Yeah.
Ring of Honor's actually been pretty solid.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
and then like it's like okay, I don't want to watch this. Okay, what year and company do you want to watch? Because we have like 50 years, like on like literally on
Plan
one.
to pick a
hard drive.
random independent wrestling company
Yeah.
from some other.
What's your
state
favorite
at this
city,
point.
bro? What's your favorite
Yeah.
country?
Yeah.
Well, I like France. There's France professional wrestling, bro. Like there is big stuff going on. There's WXW Germany. Like dude, like, what do
They
you want
have
to watch?
a lot more wrestling overseas than a lot of people
People know
realize.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the freaking Uganda thing.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where they weren't, and they weren't even like wrestling in a ring, and it was just on the ground.
It was
Yeah.
mad.
Oh, I've seen that.
Mons,
Mud
like
wrestling,
MX,
yeah.
what's it called? Mansoor
Somebody sent
went
it to me.
there.
Yeah, Mansoor and
And they were like really
the
slamming each other
models.
on the-
Yeah, maximum
Yeah,
male
no,
models.
yeah, Alea would know their name.
Yeah, Leah knows.
Because we met them in Philly. Yeah.
Maximum male models.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Me
them.
and Sora and
And I love
I have no
I love
idea.
Will Ospreay's on the press conference for the last show. Is like, I want to go to Uganda, guys. I'm
Well,
coming.
Dude, no,
I'm
like
coming.
here's the thing. Like everyone, like here's the thing though. Like everyone's like, why is this like getting like so much craze? I'm like, dude, these are people that say, you know what? We just want to bring wrestling to our neck of the woods, and we're gonna do it any way possible. And everyone's just like, I'll throw you $5. Chris Jericho's like, I could throw you 1,500. and then Osprey's like, I'll throw $2K on that motherfucker right now. Like, like all the people started donating. Like, there's even one dude who came from, I think he's from Britain, and he came down to play a character like a colonizer.
I think he was in that
he's
match.
He's
Okay.
doing the storyline like that. Like, he's
Yes.
like, yeah, like I want this shit to come to me at the end. I'm like, this is wrestling. This is wrestling.
Yeah.
This is what
People
this
that
is.
freaking get it.
DIY. It's
Yes.
just like, dude, like, yes. This
It's
is what,
everything from TK with a neck brace on the NFL
Yeah.
draft video to like
Like,
this
dude,
dude
like-
in Uganda coming
and
from
like,
Britain.
I think they just now got a van to go so they can be a traveling territory. I'm like,
awesome.
dude, I'm like, this is what wrestling
Alea
is.
said Mace.
Mace and
Mansoor
Mansoor.
Mace.
Sorry, we
Mas-
blanked.
Marseille,
Marseille.
I believe. Yes.
Yeah, so like it's just like another facet of wrestling just being cool now. Like,
amazing.
like we will like if that ever happened, like think of all the backyard wrestlers who used to like do like shows. This is Seth Rollins to do like the perfect like whatever 450 or whatever. Like there's people that like in the
Seth Rollins
2000s.
in a 450.
Yeah, like
Yikes.
yeah, like there's some people who
Uh,
like build rings in their backyards to try like.
oh yeah,
shit
that.
like,
So the first indie wrestler that I ever liked, him and his tag partner, before they were trained and everything like that, they like this kid had a wrestling ring in his backyard.
yeah.
He got it for his 13th birthday. His parents bought it for him.
yeah, put it
Had that.
together.
Yeah.
Some people like,
He's retired now, so he doesn't exist anymore. But
in the wrestling ethos, he doesn't.
Well, it's amazing.
Yeah, he does not.
I
And
got
he sold the ring to I think buy a car.
I got the interview several
Or
years ago. Sam Adonis and Corey Gray's father, and talked to him because I know they ran for FNW. Of course, they're involved with the New Pros of Wrestling and Wrestle
Yeah.
Rec stuff. That's back in the greater Pittsburgh area. But I love the conversation with him because he started FNW, and it was like the parent that is supporting their kid playing baseball. Like, was
Right.
that vibe, right? Is like, well, they both wanted to do it, so we just created a space for them to do it in and all that kind of stuff and became part of it. I was like, that is like a beautiful family thing that happened there,
Yeah.
right? You know,
and that's what wrestling could be.
yeah.
Like we're like the people trying to make it's this, you can't do it this way. They're starting to like lose. If anyone knows, like they can't. Like as much as people crap on Cornell, it's like, yeah, dude, like your views don't really hold up as much as they do maybe 10, 12 years ago. Because like, yeah, you know, all these numbers are down. It's like, yeah, but do you not know like how many people actually watch cable? Do you know how bad the economy is right now?
Do you have how much wrestling they have to choose from?
Yeah, like they are
Yeah.
not
That's a
picking.
lot.
They're picking when to go to these shows because I don't know if anyone knows they're only following the hot stories. When AEW had MJF and it was hot, fans were flocking
Yes, I
over
really
there.
like them.
And then when
Yeah.
the Roman and Cody started picking up, right over.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever that's going to swing back over here, it's going to see it right again.
It's gonna pendulum.
And everyone's like, well, I don't know what's going on. We're the same fan base, you twit. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? This is just as crazy as people running like a 4-stage concert and surprised that one person has less people. You pulling from the same fan base. Someone's gonna end up short. Like we all watching this though, but we're the only ones watching this too at the same time. So it's like, oh, it's only AEW fans, it's only WWE fans. Like, no, dude,
I
all,
feel like everybody
we
kind of likes a
all
little
watch.
bit of everything.
We all watch the same thing. I have a coworker
also
who
depends
watches
on, like, the
everything. He's like 50, 60 years old. He's like, I watch everything.
My supervisor, she was like, "You're a wrestler? Oh my god!" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I watch SmackDown and Raw every week." She was super happy. It was
Like,
nice
you
to-
know
it
what
was
I mean?
nice to hear
Like, every
someone
week.
finally say like, "I watch wrestling as well," because I used to hear people say, I don't watch that anymore. That was when I was younger.
they
But
probably-
she's like in her 50s,
They got
she still
bullied out
watches
of
it.
it.
And she probably also felt, she felt like she had to be kind of had to closet it for
Yeah.
so many years.
And it's
right?
crazy that we
Yeah.
had to do that when we. I think we shouldn't have never done it to people. I mean, like, of course, we were probably never the person to say wrestling's stupid, but at the same time, like, look what happened. We probably lost a lot of wrestlers, like potential wrestlers, who would have been great at this sport because they were bullied out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like-
feel like that's what happened with the kid that I said retired.
Yeah.
Not even like that he was bullied out of the sport. He just like was burnt out of doing it,
And
and
it's
he
tough.
just
It's a tough
you
thing.
know.
Yeah,
Doing
Yeah.
the road, the
Mental game.
rejection, the people, the stuff
Yeah.
you deal with on the road. Like it's, not every place, has a good mesh of good vibe
Well, hopefully
promotions. Like
that,
Yeah.
but hopefully good meshes and good,
Mhm.
locker rooms are being spread amongst the good.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming more and more because at
I feel
this
like
point,
that's 880 though.
yeah, but it is 80. But I think 880 is just kind of it's a canary in the coal mine because I would say the last couple years I've been in good locker rooms where I felt like I was a returning cousin. It's my first time here, like you know what I mean, like it is infectious because I think at this point most of the wrestlers now are from our era. We were from the 90s, the 2000s, and we grew up. I'm like, okay, yeah, we get that like wrestling was real to you, and you can never be seen with your best friend, who's bad guy over here. But like, dude, like I don't know if you noticed, but taxes have gotten higher, and gas is almost $5 in Pennsylvania. We do not care about that no more. like, there's other things to actually worry about than whether if we get pictured at like Shake Shack together.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like
Or
if,
the fact that Marco gave me back after kidnapping me.
yeah. like
That's better than West Virginia. I still don't know what happened to that girl that Saturday Night's Special took. So
Danny Jax,
Yes.
she has not been back since.
that's scary. That's scary.
She has not
But
been
is-
back since.
That's somebody should call the
No,
FBI.
West Virginia, when I'm down there, there is one lady that tries to snatch me over the barricade every single time.
VCW.
I walk out. Yeah, I walk out
Is
with.
it that old lady that gives Patrick Hayes shit?
Yep.
Oh, uh-huh.
It's the one
Yep.
where she's like opposite of like the entrance ramp. She always like tries to get my attention, and
She
I
used
just
to be by the entrance ramp, and I think they moved her on purpose.
yeah, she
Snatching
tried to
people,
snatch
bro.
me over the barricade, and so now whenever Gianni and I make an entrance, that specific side, whenever she's over there, like that, when we walk that way, I walk on the inside, he walks on the outside.
yeah.
It's just like a
Just
herd
like a
thing.
gentleman walking it down the street.
Yeah.
But you know what though? That's crazy. But at the same time, as a passionate fan right there.
Yeah. I
But
like it, love
don't
it.
touch
Like, don't
me.
touch me.
I'm
That's a
not
passionate
even.
fan right
I'm not
there.
even
At
doing
least there's
anything.
guardrails there. It's like
Yeah,
ours,
no,
like,
the bar show that she tried to grab me at too. There was not guardrails. They were so mad that I was choking out Pastor CeeLo. Like I'm so sorry that Jason Tyler let me choke out Pastor CeeLo.
I love that
That
they're
is
so
not my
involved. They're
fault.
so into the
Yeah,
match
like-
that they want to get into it. I love
Like,
Yeah.
that.
yeah, dude. Like,
But sometimes
just
it's a little
cool.
scary.
It
There was
is.
one
It is a little
lady.
scary.
The one lady said that she wanted to stab me, and I said, "Go take me outside. Let's do it."
it's still the damn 70s down there. I
Yep.
love it. I love
love
it.
it.
So,
like
like West
it's
Virginia,
scary.
West Newton, like it's all still like that.
West
It's so
Newton
great.
is a different breed.
I
Oh,
would,
yeah,
and
I
I
love
would
it.
say, but at the same time, Morgantown's picking up because there's
Yeah.
like a new like deathmatch promotion down there, and like it is kicking. Like,
I gotta come see it.
I gotta
All
come
right.
too.
Is that the one you wrestled?
Is there
Yeah.
anything? Is there anything? I feel like we did a lot of what we learned. Is there anything specific you want to say that you learned lately before we head out of here? Not you, Zeke. You said enough.
go ahead then.
I don't know.
What did you learn from wrestling this week?
What did I learn from wrestling this week? Nothing, because I didn't
I-
watch any of it. That's normally me.
I guess learn like my own personal experience. Like I learned like wrestling is a tough business, and like you get opportunities, and you should be very grateful for them. But sometimes you may try out for things and you may get told no, or you may feel like you're not good enough sometimes. I learned this week is like believe in yourself and keep trying. Don't take no for an answer. Like there's so many people that were struggling to get where they're at now. They're in TNA, they're in the WWE, they're in AEW, and that's where I want to be. I want to make it far. So I told myself like, I see these people this week. I was watching. I see them living their dream, but I knew who they were before they were in my position where they were trying so hard to get in that position. I told myself just keep trying. Like you have a unique character, you have a good look, and you work hard, you wrestle good, so just keep going.
And you're still at that stage. You're figuring it out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're not you're not out of your cocoon yet, if you will, right? Yeah. Right. So like like look at any of them 2 years ago. It was like they're not the person you see on TV now, right? But you just there's always like a point in a wrestler's career where something shifts with the look, the style, the confidence. That just like I think Zeke's kind of hit that a little bit now, right? With this new, some of the stuff over the last year or so.
I'm so
right.
mean.
You're not just yeah. The ignorant Zeke, you told me, this attitude that's come out, and you just gotta someday you're gonna be like,
it's gonna
this
click.
is it.
It's gonna click, and I think the problem is with that click. A lot of people have been through like so many like bad things and trauma like in wrestling,
right?
That it's impossible to get that click. It's like when it's like going to the Avatar state. Basically, it's the best way I can look at it. Like everything has to align for you to get that click, and I think having good locker rooms and good environments where you can do that. Because I will say like some people already got their clicks or have seen. I think, Angelo has seen their click. Junie Underwood.
Yep.
Not only saw the click, was like, I could turn this shit on and off, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's pretty
like
cool.
you got it.
But like he's like only 2 years in. Like Angel's only 2 years in. Like Ashanti's are like less than 2 years. Like people are getting that before I even got it, and I'm young in this business.
It's all about timing. Like everyone has their own time, and that's what I like about wrestling. Like,
but I think also at the same time we are helping facilitate to help get to that time instead of being pushed back and dealing with all the BS. Like, no, come here.
Yeah.
Let's if you're over,
let's get the reps. Like,
let's get the reps.
in.
Come on, let's get the reps.
And I think this is and it translates to people that listen that aren't like wrestlers that listen to this show. Like, I think that's I feel like I've kind of had that in my own career, right? Like if you're doing whatever job, you're like, this can't be it. It's like you're gonna figure out what it is the thing you like to do and how to do more of it. And like I think everybody in especially creative field has that, like, oh, this is the path, or excuse me, this is the way, if you will. Will probably translate more better for people out there. So guys, thank the Matriarchy. We've gone like over an hour and a half.
That's 10:51.
But usually it's this way with just Zeke. So yes.
I kept on time.
Thank you so much. Of course, you guys will be a part of 880 Wrestling Thursday nights over on indiewrestling.us for free. And then the next show, what's the next show called? I didn't catch the name.
T2T Pittsburgh versus T2T Brooklyn.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what it says in the middle of the poster.
Okay.
And it's all like black and yellow themed.
Excellent. Go check that out. The poster will be shared around, of course, on indiewrestling.us. And, of course, follow 880 Wrestling on social media now.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Just look up 880 Wrestling. Follow VCW.
Most of our ats are all at T2T Pittsburgh because I'm trying to keep all of them the same.
Yep.
The TikTok is the only thing that's different.
There you go.
But
Marketing.
That's right. That's right. It's a pain. And of course, all of you are on social medias of some sort. Anything special to look for? I think your names mostly bring up Amanda. I don't think you have anything specific.
Amanda Maslow.
Amanda Maslow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The secret last name.
It's not the secret last name. They announce it every week, and they announce it also at VCW too. But
some people just don't remember the last name.
No.
You got to make her remember that.
I don't hardly remember anything. So.
No, I don't remember.
We will stamp it on Thor's forehead after we're done here.
Yeah, there you go.
Maslow.
I got to write the name into the show notes one way or another, right? So, of course, Paris Sahara, Zeke Mercer. Thank you, guys. The Matriarchy on the Wrestling Mayhem show has been fantastic. It's been a lot of fun. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this out on the social medias. I know there's been comments across multiple platforms out there.
People don't
people
like
causing
me.
Chaos?
What's
People-
that?
Marco Narciso in the chat.
I did not see a Marco. Did you just do like the eye class, the
Yeah, Marco.
Where you at, Marco?
hand eyes situation?
Yeah.
Jeez.
We're looking for you, Marco.
We're coming for you,
Jeez.
Marco.
Lanny, and in the one YouTube chat on indiewrestling.us says Matriarchy versus DOD, and hashtag friendship bracelets.
Hashtag friendship bracelets, baby.
I would wear mine, but like I have like 4 of them now.
Yeah, you have multiple.
like
we
4
all have matching matriarchy.
We all have
bracelets,
matching
too.
matriarchy.
Although somebody was hanging them out at SummerSlam in Detroit, and I got like a Roman Reigns one. So,
Yeah.
and an LWO, I think. So
It's the hardest part is figuring out what to put on the bracelets for the new people that come in the door. So I always wait a little bit of time, and I'm like, oh, I got it.
Yeah, come to 880. We'll get you some matches,
get you
some wraps,
friendship
some,
bracelets.
and some freaking friendship bracelets because wrestling's cool again.
there you go. Thank you guys so much. Again, we will not be having a live show next week because I will be in Dollywood. So it's really great. It's a return.
I
and we're-
just saw a video on that
It's
too
amazing.
on YouTube.
Yes.
They went there, and it was so good.
Dutters says that is like one of the best parks that she's ever been to.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's
You may have to
including-
go to Dollywood
yeah.
one day. Then.
It's the way to go. It's
Only trip
pretty
to
cool.
Dollywood?
Where's it at?
in Tennessee. Right?
Tennessee.
Yeah, like
Tennessee.
south of Knoxville and Pigeon Forge.
Okay.
About a
Pigeon
7-hour
Forge,
drive from
yeah.
Pittsburgh. So
Yeah, 70
that
hours.
matriarchy at Dollywood, that would be amazing, right?
I did a 7-hour
Where's the
drive to
ring?
Connecticut. We can do a 7-hour drive to Tennessee.
I
There you
did.
go.
I did a.
Thank
full-
you
And
for
it's-
having the matriarchy here. Like, I want to come back. I definitely
Yeah.
want to
Excellent.
For
Definitely.
Oh yeah, I want to wrestle in Tennessee more too. I just want to see if I can cause a riot.
I think you could. I've seen some wrestling in Tennessee. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time in 2 weeks at least. Until then, Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.